Standing by.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
Tajigen, Ohayo gozaimasu, is your favorite superstar maniac, the multi-dimensional Tajigen, Khaiden, a sentient star cluster and many cosmic minds combined in VTuber, V-singer form. Good to see you all, Tajigen, for the end of the triple threat this week. Once again with Pokemon Champions. Apparently, I have no shortage of things still to do when it comes to streams of that, huh? I honestly didn't think we would do 6 streams of it. This is the 6th stream of it now. I didn't think we would get to this point. My goodness. Good to have you all here, though. Ending the week in explosive fashion. Might be short and sweet today compared to the streams like the past 2 days or so, which also were like a bit shorter than the usual length we've been doing sometimes on Friday and Saturday. Ohayo gozaimasu, Caleb. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. Good to see you all, Tajigen. And yeah, like at the proper start time, no delay today like yesterday, right? All that good stuff. Yeah. Love how you say Ohayo gozaimasu with Ohio, like the state. It's a state, right? In the US. But yeah. What was I saying though? Yeah. I don't know if I want to reach like 7 streams, you know, 7 is a nice number to reach. At least 6 streams is like the number of Pokemon in your party. Only that you won't see all 6 of them in one match. In Champions, that's the difference right there. But yeah. Yeah. We still are going to continue with the Cleveland's the capital. Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio. I always think of John Moxley, the wrestler, when I think of that. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, there was this one time, yeah, tangent there. There was this one time he was in Japan. He was saying a speech, a promo in English. He said something about himself being from Cleveland, Ohio. Like the Death Rider from Cleveland, Ohio, or something like that. A few people in the audience there replied, Ohio! Like he's saying good morning. Although it was evening, but you know, it doesn't matter. That was hilarious. But anyway, what was I saying? Yes, 6 streams. The ambition to remain casual while still somehow climbing up the balls. I gotta climb up these balls. I gotta master these balls. Or maybe my balls are too great to be ultra, as the title says. I don't know. We shall see. The ambition to do all of that still continues, right? I'm still gonna be casual about it. Like even if like it turns out in more losses than wins, I have more fun in this than trying to figure out like the meta and only using a certain number of certain Pokemon and only because they're the best in this situation and all that. I mean, I'm far from being the only person that takes that approach, and it's a semi-casual approach anyway, because I do kind of think about, okay, yeah, let's make sure we use Reflect and Light Screen here instead of the 2 damaging moves I was thinking about. I gave a Light Screen to Rotom. Yeah, I have been able to do a little bit of champions off stream this week. Just a little bit. So, I think in single battles we're in rank 1 of Great Ball. I think starting from the Ultra Ball tier, we no longer get the thing where we face a bot if we lose frequently. So we'll see how it goes. More than anything, what I want out of that Ultra Ball tier is the extra 5 spaces in the box. In the boxes. Well, it's the box. There's only like one single box at this point for that. And of course, I would like a Sinistcha, which is like top of the meta and all that, but I want it for its own sake as well because I love it. I love it. In single battles, we have Poltegeist on the team. In double battles, we have Sinistcha on the team. I love the sound of that. Yeah, because, you know, Hospitality is ability, how it immediately heals the Pokemon next to it when it comes in. Sinistcha, I mean. That's the difference maker right there. But Laughing, I still haven't used in a while. I would like to have it on the team again, maybe. Just can't figure out how it would be. I can only make 3 teams. after all. So yes, without any further ado, let me set up the stage so we can Tajigen travel into it. I think we have everything else ready. I think I probably do have the game open, but it's better to close it and then open it again, given how it needs to be online. Otherwise, it's just gonna yeet me back to the title screen, and it's the same thing, but better if I just do it myself. You can't fire me, I quit. That kind of energy. Maybe. Let's Tajigen travel. That was a bit loud. Give me a second here. The volume always ends up being louder than we want it to be. With this bad boy. Give me a second here, Tajigen. Sometimes I drag a window that I have, and Windows does this thing where it minimizes every single window I have, and it just did that. And I hate it when it does that. Like, I drag it in a certain way that makes it think I'm trying to... I wish I could disable that feature. I don't know how. I'd be like, okay, I get to collect unemployment. There's that. But I don't want to be fired by Pokemon Champions. I will quit it instead. I'm quitting being gym leader here. I wouldn't do that though. I wouldn't leave Tatora like this. She's always so nice. Let me see. Just like opening my windows here again. Windows is so freaking annoying when it does that. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. What did we want to do first? Let's recruit. We're still on the hunt, on the search for a Sinistcha if we can. I kept saying we'll carry one over from Violet, but at the same time, I don't know. Oh, we still are not on the recent? What? I was like last night playing this and it said it would be 2 hours until the next no-cost lineup. And I never did do that one. That's weird. Well, whatever. I guess I have a lot of tickets, but that's not right. Something is wrong here. But alright. Ah, that lovely Gourgeist. Looking lovely. I don't need to have it here, though. I could still Shiny Hunt, maybe, in Legend CA. That's something I can still do. Perhaps Bascule Legion there. Avalok the Great. Wait, Avalok the Great. I want to get it just for that reason alone. It's huge. I think it's because of the size that it's called the Great, but Avalok the Great, I mean, look at that title. Klefki, Tyranitar. That's not a bad moveset, all things considered, but I would still give it a dark move and a ground move somewhere there. I don't know. Yeah, Iron Tail could be replaced, I think. Though it's a good counter against fairy types. Good stuff from Lopunny. Yeah, you want to have this Lopunny Mega Evolved. Mousehold. Bascule Legion. White Stripe. Or White Tail, or whatever the name is. Mamoswine. Mamoswine can be a lot of fun. Holucha, we do have a Holucha. Right? Just flying press, acrobatics, rock tomb, fly. Anyway. Yeah, I gotta get this one. I might get it permanently, but hold on. Do we want it permanently? Yeah, let's do it. I have a lot of VP, after all. We're gonna do a few more gachas, maybe. I don't know how many are too many, but the cost keeps escalating as you keep doing it. It's fun to gacha as well. Oh, look at that Spiritomb over there. Farfro, Matron Trim, Embor, Aromatisse. There's this lovely thing. Foul Play, Hex, Destiny Bond, Shadow Sneak. When you have Spiritomb at such low speed, Destiny Bond might not be the best of ideas. You need a Trick Room situation there, I think. Or at least that's my thinking. Bayonet, Flapple, Slurpuff, Raichu, Empoleon, Surf Hyper Beam, Ice Beam, Aqua Jet. None of the Pokemon here appeal to me exactly. There's such a thing as trial recruitment as well. I'll take the Empoleon, but I may not even use it at all. You can only change their moves if they're permanently recruited. That's the thing about them. I should take a look at those Avalux. At that Avalux moves. At those moves of that Avalog. There we go. I can English. Simipour. Farfro Matron Trim again. But notice how some of them come in special balls. This comes in a dust ball. Part of the fun gacha you're doing here. So now the red stripe, Basculegion, Como-O, Clanging Scales, Endeavor, Self-Rock, Upper Hand, Mudsdale, with a curse there, to buff itself, and debuff itself too to an extent. Give it a white herb and it removes the negative debuffs. Oranguru, Psychic, Pain Split, Trick Room, Thunder, X-Scissor, Circle Throw, Guillotine, Whoa. Knocks out the target. The accuracy of this move is fixed at 30%. I'll take the Dido. But, you know, on trial. You don't have to recruit somebody, I guess, you know, when you're recruiting. Oh, and I thought the cost escalated. It's kind of weird because at times he was charging me 2 coupons. At times he was charging me 6 coupons I could have sworn. Maybe I misread something. I hallucinated something, I don't know. Samurott. Oh, Aqua Breed, Paldean, Tauros. I still need to get another one like that from Violet, I think. For a full live index at home. Right, that's the next thing I wanted to work on for Pokemon Violet. Besides training some Pokemon for this. Another Rotom here. Electro Web might not be a bad idea. I've set up my Rotom to be a defensive one. Reflect, Light Screen. It still has Shadow Ball and Thunderbolt. Hydreigon. It's gotta have a dragon move though. Ooh, Furfro the Early Riser. Dandy Trim. The Early Riser Dandy. Not a single normal move though, I'd rather have that. Medicine. Mr. Rhyme though, I've said this one is so much fun. But no psychic move, I don't know. Weavile. That's a very solid moveset on this Weavile. Did I have a Weavile already? Hold on. Let me check my boxes. I'll check it from here. I might actually return some Pokemon, but... I guess not. I thought I had another Weavile, but no. That's good then. Might use that Weavile. Might be a good idea. Give it a Focus Sash in case it gets hit by a big fighting move right there. Or really anything that might get it to 0 HP. Yeah, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Still nothing on that Sinistcha. I don't need to go too hard on it because, again, I can train it in Pokemon Violet. As for Armarouge and Ceruleche, I can also train them in Legend CA. Easier there to train them. You know, because in Violet, to get the item, the Reset Mochi, it's something that takes a lot more difficulty, I think, because it involves that, like, Ogre Ousting minigame, yeah. And I've yet to do, like, properly do the harder difficulties and all that. Anyway, Passimian. Well, I feel like I gotta get Passimian because I got Oranguru. Drain Punch, Earthquake, Facade, Iron Tail. I like this. All the other Pokemon may be solid, but I'll get this. Now I gotta have a team with the two of them. In double battles, you know? Let's do a few more. Maybe all the way until we get down to around 400. You know, 400 o'clock. O squared, or... That's not the right term, but something like that. I think you get the point, maybe. Pikachu! Gotta give it a light ball. Thunderbolt, Alluring Voice, Volt, Tackle, Charge. Goodness. I've seen some super solid Aerodactyls online. Rock Slide, Facade, Fire Fang, Ice Fang. I would give it a flying move somewhere, maybe. Aerodactylite. I already have a Gengar. Blastoise. Surf, Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, Blizzard. Lucario. Interesting. Physical Lucario, huh? Interesting setup. Close Combat, Zen Headbutt, High Jump, Kick, Shadow Claw. Bowling again. Drampa. This Drampa looks solid to me. Mostly I'm looking for them to both have stab moves, if possible. Even if they're more defensive. Archarodon, still Dragon Belly Bolt. Faced a nice solid Belly Bolt the other day too. And it was a brilliant duel because I won it. Brilliant battle, I should say. I'll get that Drampa on trial. Recruitment. Let's do... I think two more. Depending on how it goes. This is the second to last one. Or the last one, but I think it's the second to last one. Ooh, well, not the T I was looking for. I already have a lovely T, guys. Thank you very much. Strength Sap, man. Strength Sap really is so good. This is not a bad moveset. But yeah, Hyper Beam and Foul Play. Yeah. Shell Smash and Store Power there. This Vaporeon is not so bad. What did Last Resort do exactly? Again? This move fails on Zero, so it's already used all the other moves it knows. Then Acid Armor. Okay, there's a Dandy Furfur again. Snorlax. High attack, high defense as usual. Yeah, and his special defenses are not bad at all. One should not underestimate that. Just so defensive. So defensive. Sylveon. We still have a Sylveon somewhere there, right? Or I think we don't. Delphox. No psychic move on this Delphox, though. Hello, Obition. Welcome to the stream. Hope I said your name right over there on YouTube. Hisuian Avalugg. Do we get both Avalugs, maybe? Good luck with the stream. Thank you so much. This is a solid moveset, though. Oh, well, there's no ice move. Come to think of it. I'll take the Snorlax. A lot of these I may not even use, though. Oh, actually, wait. Not this option. No. Return. The boxes are nearly full now. It doesn't say how many boxes I have here. How much space I have here. It was a 34, but I don't know if it was a 34 before the Snorlax or after the Snorlax. That's what I couldn't get a read on exactly. I may even start returning some See, I had a Hydreigon and I don't even remember. There's a Sylveon. I may even return some Pokemon that don't have any time limit. Yeah, we got this Quackvole here. I don't know. I think we do have space for one more. We don't need to recruit when we have them, but... Okay, yeah, it is at maximum capacity. Let's return someone. Or we wait until we get to Ultra Ball, maybe. But I wanted to see if RNG favors us and we get that lovely Sinistcha. Still. Who do we return then? I'll return that Snorlax. I'll return that Drampa. Best to have extra spaces just in case. We're returning a bunch of normal types, it seems. No. Yeah. It's gotta be like this. Neither of them were permanently recruited, right? That would have been a waste of VP, I guess, but... At this point, I have such a big amount of it. So much extra. Let's go for it. And we'll actually get into a battle after this, depending on what happens here. No, I don't think there's any training I want to do with my Pokemon. Change anybody's moves, change anybody on the team. Again, the wrong kind of tea. I'll tell you what, if I do find an antique form Polteageist, I will get it. Holucha, Gorgeist, Raichu. Garbodor. Ooh. Gunk Shot, Poison Jab, Clear Smog. Shouldn't underestimate that moveset right there. Yeah. Removes also a chance when the target of this move never misses. Victory Bell. Watchog. Mamoswine. This is a solid Mamoswine in my opinion. I might just get it. You know what? Let's get it. Might not even use it. But yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it and see how we feel about that. On to the actual battles now, shall we? Let's do single first and see if we can get to that ultra tier by any chance. Ensuring we change the team. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Okay, I do need to change my teams. Better to do it now than later. My Alolan Raichu's trial period has expired. No. This is the wrong window. The wrong menu. Yeah. Do I want to recruit this Alolan Raichu permanently? I think I do. I just like Alolan Raichu that much. If that is the case, you know, I'm going to change a few moves here. Oh, or it's... actually, I need to see what it's able to learn. I'll recruit permanently. We have a lot of VP. I think it's okay. Bam! Alright then, let's do a little bit of training then. Alright then. Then, alright then, we do a little training then. There we go. Raichu. See, Volt Tackle and play rough. With the focus on special attack we have. Not the best of ideas, maybe. Do we want to... Let's see what other moves can be learned here. Dazzling Gleam. I'll remain on the special attack focus and see how we feel about that. So yeah. Although most of the moves here seem to be physical, maybe. I'm not sure. Some utility might be nice. I'd rather have Thunder Wave as utility than Charm, personally. Surf may be a good idea, though. Anyway, there's no Moonblast, unfortunately. That's what I was hoping for. Oh, and wait. I keep thinking it's a Psychic type, kind of. No, it's a Psychic move we want to find here first. And I may still give it a Fairy move, but... Good old Psychic. Expanding Force. Chotomate. Search Surfer, right? Oh, that's on Electric Terrain. Okay, that's a bit different. Yeah, I was kind of pairing it up with Rotom, but I haven't done Electric Terrain with Rotom anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. Target the heal and prevent the starters for 2 turns. Psychic Noise, Stored Power, Speed Swap. Ooh. Psychic Terrain is right there. Magic Room. What did Magic Room do? I mean, the entire field gets the Magic Room status, but what is that? The status itself? I completely forgot. Skill Swap, Reflect, Light Screen. That's the utility I was talking about, right? Perhaps a nasty plot. Well, anyway, let's get Psychic. I'm just thinking of the other moves already. Or Psy Shock instead. There's definitely some great utility to using both Psy Shock and Psychic. I wonder. Anyway, Volt Tackle definitely gets replaced. Thunderbolt can remain. I think Surf is a good idea. A good counter against ground types always. How about a counter against dark types in the form of Dazzling Gleam? I don't know. I do tend to continue leaning towards the fully offensive movesets. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I should have maybe used I forgot you can use those like tickets. Those things for recruitment. Maybe, okay, let's do maybe one more recruit. Let me see what we have here. There's the tickets for, yeah, Ghost type Affinity ticket. No, never mind. Let's not do it. I get the feeling I want to save that for another occasion. Sandy's check can be training Violet. It's okay. I just haven't had time to do it. Then, alright. The team does not need to change. Alolan Raichu can remain there. However, that's not even the one, the team we're using. The one that has Alolan Raichu. But team 1 right here. Which is the single battles team. Let's go. On to the first actual battle. Get ready to battle the trainer. I love that. I see what they did there. Oh, and it says trainer there. Thought it would say the. Where? How did they get the right there? Now, for the party, I am not going to insist on choosing Spiritomb every single time now. Not necessarily. I still want to get that badge, but We'll play things a bit differently here. Okay. Starmie. And I think we want Incineroar. I think we want it this way. Alright. No way this is a bot, is it? No way, no way, no way. They named a bot just that? Trainer? No way. Usually they give them a name that... Yeah, the trainer, it says. Am I undergoing a legendary encounter of some sort here? What's going on? What's happening here? Nanda kore? Nani kore? Well, let's shell smash as usual. The usual Polteageist strategy. Hey, that Polteageist badge would be a good one to get too. Let's get it. I want a Sinistcha badge as well. At the very least, I think I can join a Sinistcha because I have at least... How many reset mochis do I have? Like, 1 or 2 at most. But it's enough if it's just one Sinistcha I'm looking to train. So yeah. Shadow Body. We should be faster than the Tinkaton, maybe. No, that's a player. That's a player right there, I think. That would have been so funny if it was a bot. No way. Shadow Body. I don't think a bot would have started with Stealth Rock right there. Not quite, I think. It had to be a crit. I do like to believe it wouldn't have been enough to feint had it not been a crit. Whoa, Mental Herb. To avoid disabling Gigaton Hammer, huh? We're gonna start with Fake Out. Incineroar. Yeah, Stealth Rock is gonna have a lot of damage right there. Also, if they switch out, Fake Out will still hit nicely enough. There's no need for a Flare Blitz here. I don't think so anyway. Fake Out. Just clapping you. Clapping your cheeks. That's what we're doing. Oh, crit too. Alright. I'll happily take that crit. But yes, let's do Flare Blitz. No reason not to, I think. If close combat were the move that would be best here, that's the one that I would hesitate on doing, because we'd have defenses reduced from there. Here we take recoil, but well, all things considered, it's not that much. Let's see what songs we hear today. We continue having it be random. Oh wait, no, you know what? I'm gonna do the thing I said we could do last week. Wait. Remind me. Let's go through the generations. One by one. Some of them will have more than one song. But yeah, through generations and through regions and all that. I don't have I do have an Ice Beam with Starmie, but let's switch out and see what happens. It's the damage that Starmie is gonna take that concerns me. Still gonna be quite a bit. On Superstar, my Starmie here. Still need to give it that name, I think. Oh, you know what else the problem? What else is the problem? What the other problem is? The damage Incineroar is gonna receive when it switches in. Well, let's hope we can hit a good Ice Beam on Garchomp right here. Mostly, yeah, switching out is just mostly not a good idea in Champions. Yeah, Garchomp was faster there, sadly. Do I need to change the stats here? Anyway. Remind me to keep changing the music before every battle. We want to keep doing it that way. Ideally. Well, yeah, Fake Out will have priority at least. There's something else there. Rough Skin though. Nah, we're gonna die here. We're gonna absolutely die. But what else is there to it but a Darkest Lariat? Saigo no Lariaton. Or that's what it would have been had it hit. I already went and updated the record. I would have been surprised had I won that. But okay. You lost to the trainer. How are they having D in the name, but then it doesn't show up there? You know, outside of that other dialogue, that's how did they do that? Anyway, I don't wanna continue battling. And the problem is, it's a bother to switch the music every time. Edit team. Yeah, I just go to edit team. Okay, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. Let's do that next. Oh, some of them might have multiple songs in the future. That's good, that's fine. That could be fun. Alright, we know what we're gonna hear here. We know what we're gonna listen to here. You know, I might replace Hisui and Sorork on that team. See how we feel about that. Very well. Back to Gen 1 it is. Returning to Gen 1. I'm compelled to have Spiritomb on this team. I am very compelled. Or at the very least... What were the movesets here again? Why don't we try Hisui and Sorork and see how we feel about that? Incineroar has some merit right here. Yes, it's gotta be Superstar because that's my source of electric damage against that Pelipper. Okay, yeah, let's see how it feels. Hisui and Sorork maybe works better on double battles with that double team. Not double team, hyper voice, what am I saying? And well, the fact that it can disguise itself, you're kind of forced to have it out as your first Pokemon. You know, when you're doing this. Alright. So if it tries a Ghost move, it won't be able to hit. If it does a Dark move, it will hit, and it will hit super effectively as well. So there's that. Who's gonna be faster? Comeuppance. Let's just do Bitter Malice, I guess. Reflect. Then, if Sableye is faster, Comeuppance might be, might have potential. Decent damage right there. Okay. Reflect means we don't want to do physical moves if we can help it. Well, let's try Bitter Malice. They might have figured out its Sorork already. They're setting things up. They're setting things up here. You'd think it would be OP if we had Sorork take on the appearance of the other Pokemon you didn't choose. Like some of the other three. It could still be one of the other two you chose. Or three in double battles, but... Well, not three, because if it had the Pokemon right next to you, it would look bad. But yeah. Oh yeah, I can see Skeledirge getting benefits from that sunny day. Some super effective damage right here. Some decent stuff right there. Should have gotten Spiritomb here, then we would have the option for Shadow Sneak. That would be helpful. Ah, that Torch Song animation though, it is fun to look at. Alright. If we can hit it before, that's still gonna be helpful. It's great how... It's just lovely how great the 8-bit music still works here. And it still works so freaking well. Is Soror gonna be faster though? I don't know if it was gonna be faster than Skeledirge there necessarily. Had I known, I would have done Icy Wind. Hopefully this still does good damage. Okay. High special defenses on Meganium, I think. An Icy Wind then. Who moves faster? I think Meganium might Mega Evolve right there. I did not bring out my Meganium, right? I don't think so. But yeah, I can see it moving first. It did not move first, thankfully. This will further reduce its speed, I think. Which may be helpful too. Synthesis, yeah, it makes sense with Sunny Day. It's all set up a specific way. Sableye is just there to set those things up. A taunt might be a good idea then. Alright, Icy Wind it is. There's nothing else to it. At some point you gotta stop doing synthesis. You gotta start attacking. Solar Beam. Meganium either way can do Solar Beam without a Sunny Day. That's for sure. The more time passes, the more that Sunny Day is lost. So, it's good that that took a while. Ah, there it is. Harsh Sunlight faded. Well, it's time for Incineroar. So yeah, there's nothing else to it. We do a fake out, as usual. It wouldn't hit Skeledirge if it gets switched in. And I can see that happening. But... yeah. Yeah, fake out is a good idea. It's always a good idea, I think. If Skeledirge, if it gets switched in, not a big deal, I think. Just Flare Blitz doesn't do as much damage. We have the advantage here, for the most part. Then the Darkest Lariat, the Darkest Lariat. It's the darkest of all lariats. I mean, we gotta say it like that. The Darkest Lariat. Oh yes. Darkest Lariat! I can see Skeledirge moving first, maybe. Belge. Ugh, don't you belge on me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Lariato! Yes, 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 yes. Good win, good win. Alright. Let's switch to Generation 2 after this. Johto. Okay, nice even record so far. Use super effective moves 20 times. But yeah, we always look at the option to edit team here. It's the only way it really works out. To do it this way. Pokemon Gold, Pokemon Silver, and Pokemon Crystal. One by one, one by one. Region by region, or generation by generation. Or game by game. Or pair of games by pair of games. Now, in some cases, it's 3 of them. Like GSC right here. Here, 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 here. I want to give it a try with... what should I do here, actually? Do I want Spiritomb on the team somewhere there? I think we want Incineroar. Do we want Incineroar? I think I want to start with Starmie. We have Meganium and... There are 2 Pokemon that have super effective damage against... No, 1 only that has... Let's try it like this then. Let's try to insist on Spiritomb a little bit here. Okay, okay. Let's see how that feels. Mega Meganium here I think is a good idea. Incineroar might have been better than Spiritomb here, but if I'm never gonna use Spiritomb, then what's the point, right? Oh, no, no, no. There's a moveset right there. There's a moveset for sure. That we can use. I must insist on still doing it this way, you know? Foul Play, Poltergeist, Shadow Sneak, and Curse. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I want to replace one of those moves. At the very least, I need to be less insistent on using Curse so much, and I've been trying to do that. Because it's been fun, but okay, the novelty has worn off. Now let's try to focus on winning a little bit more. I don't know. Something like that. Greninja. Well, on paper, we both have super effective damage here. They have a bigger advantage, though. Thunderbolt can be nice. We would switch to Meganium. Meganium wouldn't resist a dark move, though, because it's not a fairy type right away. Let's try that Thunderbolt. It's just probably gonna move first and become a dark type purely. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know if switching to Meganium would have been a good idea, ultimately. I didn't want to take in I didn't want it to take that damage, you know? So we still try Dazzling Gleam, I think. They're probably gonna switch out to somebody who will resist that. I can see it being that Scyther. No, Scissor. It's Scissor, but it's shiny, so it kind of looks like Scyther. This is the way we want to do it still, right? It's not like the other moves would fare any better against that Scissor. Oh, there's Mega Greninja. I think they wanted to not evolve it first because they had Protean. And Mega Greninja is gonna have a different ability, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what the ability is, but it's gotta have a different one. Thus, it will remain a pure dark type this way. Oh, it still has it. It still has it. Well, that's gonna kill immediately. That's gonna be a short battle. We won't get to hear this theme as much. It's a good counter to have on Greninja. Nothing else to it but to go for... What do we go for here? Poltergeist? Foul play? Well, Poltergeist has more damage. Just the lower accuracy is never good, but... we knew what we were signing up for. I don't think I want to replace Poltergeist with, like, Shadow Ball, for example. Wait, shouldn't they have changed into Dark type again? Did it change into Dark type? I couldn't tell. Why didn't they change it to Dark type again? Oh, wait. Protein only works the first time you do it. But then because you Mega Evolve after that, it's treated as a first time again, sort of. Okay, right. That's interesting, yeah. It's still a good idea, though, to do a move first with Greninja before you Mega Evolve it. I'm learning some strategies here. If ever I do use a Greninja, I don't know if I will. Would be fun maybe to have a team with the Kalos starters. But that's for somebody with more box space than me. That's not for me. I would love to have a team, you know, with all the 3 starters of a region. But then also the other 3 Pokemon, whether we use them frequently or not, would also be Pokemon found on that region or that also were introduced in the generation that introduced that region, right? So a team with Greninja, I would not have an schedule, for example. I would have, if I want to have a ground Pokemon, well, it's only Diggersby. I don't think Zygarde is in here, and I don't know if I would even want it. I would focus on non-legendaries and non-mythicals, I think. Protein now only changes your type once. In previous games, change your type every time you use the move, but now they nerfed it. Yes, I was not misremembering either. I was remembering right, but also, yeah, it changed it there twice because it resets that, so to speak, when you have a Mega Evolution happen. There's still a convenience to that. So now, how many Pokemon are those that want to do a move before they Mega Evolve? Sharpedo and Greninja. Because Sharpedo gets that lovely speed boost. Protect it. Just use Protect. It's a classic. Speaking of classics, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, RSC. Back to Hoenn. The original, you might say. Did I change the music properly? Let me see if we can cancel. Let's see if it's the music. I press B instead of like... Well, we'll see. Maybe that battle before was too short. We need a bit more of that Johto theme. Here though, the strategy here. Yes, I think we proceed with Starmie first. Spiritomb is not a good idea here with those fairy types. Any counters against fairy types here somewhere? Poison, Steel. Do we want to insist on Incineroar? I think perhaps we start with Poltegeist like this. Mega Meganium? No, I don't think so. Maybe I will do Spiritomb after all. Let's do it. Excuse me. Woohoo. I swallowed wrong. Can't even say the word right. Alright. When you swallow wrong, make sure you don't swallow bad before you get into your Great Ball battle. Alright? But yeah, that tells me it did not switch the music right. I had a good reason to be suspicious of that. Let's do the usual strategy, shall we? This music, this song, so damn good. Deserves to be there a little bit longer. Also, good thing we avoided that attack. Hopefully this speed boost will make it faster as well. Attack, special attack, speed, all faster. Let's go. Shadow Boru. Iguze. Boru. Good old start. Alright. Let's see how Draco Meteor feels right here. Well, T-Guys ends up being a bit of a glass cannon. Even without, you know, the debuff you would get from Shell Smash without the white herb. Sometimes that happens because somebody does intimidate or something, and therefore we take a debuff that white herb fixes, quote unquote. I mean, it does fix it, but it's not a fix we needed, let's say. Let's see if we can have a nice strength sap help us out here. I could see this Kangaskhan having knockoff. Mega Kangaskhan, I haven't seen this one yet, I think, in Champions. That's the first time we see Mega Kangaskhan in Champions. Even including my battles off stream. No Sucker Punch for you! Because we're sapping your strength. But now that I know you're doing Sucker Punch, what should we do here? What should we do here? We gotta still try Stored Power. There's nothing else to it. We did reduce his attack, so hopefully it won't do that much damage. But it's gonna be Sucker Punch twice, you know? Nah, I gotta try Stored Power. I gotta try to hit it. Oh, okay. Do I want to count that as a win? I don't know. I'll go ahead and count it as a win. It's okay. Who is your favorite Pokemon and why? No legendaries or mythical. Perhaps you have a personal story, reason or something. My favorite is and will always be Pidgeot because of a personal past story. Good question, Mark. Over there on YouTube. It's still Spiritomb. One may consider Spiritomb a legendary in some ways. The way you gotta get it in quite a few games, it feels like it is a legendary. At least in the Sinnoh games, right? But a Spiritomb. Why? Because first of all, it's a ghost type. I love ghost types. And then on top of that, you have the whole lore about it being 108 spirits in one. I am all about multidimensionality, super minds, many minds combined. But at the same time, not, you know, undoing the minds. It's not a hive mind situation where the minds become, where the individual becomes lesser because of the union. All I've stapled on. All I've stapled on stuff. I keep always saying all I've stapled on for those sorts of things. And yeah, it's basically that. That makes me absolutely love Spiritomb. It is so Tajigen encoded. Now we properly selected music. Mine is Dark Ray, but since no legendaries, my second favorite is Empoleon. Yeah. Yeah, because actually, if you ask me what my favorite legendary or mythical is, I don't know what I would tell you. I don't know if I have an answer. Marshadow? Mewtwo? Those are my first nominees. One of them is a legendary, one of them is a mythical, so there's that. No one has told me Spiritomb as their favorite yet before. Very cool. Now we just need to get you a plushie. A Spiritomb plushie would be interesting. I'd rather get a Starmie plushie if it's a plushie. Starmie might be my second favorite. Or third favorite or so. Poltegas is also high up there, by the way. My favorites, some of my favorites are here. Some of my favorites are here. Hold on. Let's choose the right team here. Because I feel like Incineroar is gonna show up. We don't start with Poltegeist, I think. We shall start with Meganium. See how that feels. Yes, this is gonna be the team. Let's give it a try like that. Oh, that might be a bot we're facing here? Or no, wait, we won the last battle technically, so I don't think it's gonna do that. Your top 6 favorite Pokemon, Mark, are Pidgeot, Kangaskhan, Rampardos, Feraligatr, Trevenant, and Milotic. Very nice. But yeah, I think a Starmie plushie would work better. Wouldn't mind a Spiritomb plush though. There it is. Back to Hoenn. Back to Hoenn. Let's go. With Meganium here, if that Lopunny Mega Evolves, Dazzling Gleam is gonna hit super effectively, but will it Mega Evolve? If there's any time to intentionally not Mega Evolve, it's a time like this, right? But maybe not. I mean, you also want the other stat boosts and all that. The stat increases, that sort of thing. I would love if they added the Pokemon Colosseum music to this game. I just realized that would be a really good one to add here. XD and Colosseum. Especially because Colosseum is on the Switch now, I think. Let's see who goes first. I could see it having a poison move though. You can give it a nice poison jab. Counter those fairy types, you know? To counter psychic types, knock off. Or that. Good against Meganium. Lots of damage on triple axle right there. Meganium is quite the tank though. Meganium can end up being quite the tank. That's very good. Dazzling Gleam! That's what I was hoping for. Should we try Synthesis? I wonder. But yeah, we want more from Gen 3. Colosseum would be a Gen 3 song. I almost have half a mind to like grab a YouTube video of like the song, disable the music here, which is not an option I think, and just playing it when it starts. Let's try Synthesis, although yeah, I mean this is what's probably gonna happen, but switching out I don't think was a good idea. Earth Power would have been super effective. Also. Well, yeah, Solar Beam and Dazzling Gleam wouldn't have fared well either way. There's nothing else to it but to go for Spirit Tomb. Do we want to go for Spirit Tomb though? Or is it an Incineroar situation? I think we want Spirit Tomb. Let's give it a try. My favorite, right here. Something about the plushie not having the translucent quality, the spinning that Spirit Tomb has here, maybe would feel wrong, you know? Well, Starmie also spins, just not all the time like Spirit Tomb does. But yeah. Let's see. I can't decide if I want Foul Play or Poltergeist, but let's try Poltergeist for maximum damage, I guess. Shadow Ball, okay. I could see Sludge Wave being a good option to maybe poison my Spirit Tomb. It has a Gengar, right? It did not Mega Evolve, did it? Okay. Well, Poltergeist hit nicely. Sometimes I'm like, okay, Poltergeist is disabled. Sometimes, we gotta do Curse after this. It's the last Pokemon out. Sometimes I want to give Poltergeist to my Poltegeist because, you know, Poltergeist, it's just, it writes itself, you know? It writes itself. Let's Curse. If it hits. A U-turn. Oh my goodness. Neutral damage right there. We're gonna take quite the damage from Curse, but a guaranteed damage right there against Corviknight. No holding back at all. Oh no. Shall we try a Shadow Sneak then? We must try to hit first as much as we can. Give it that damage. Sneaky little shadow in the back right there. Does that U-turn again? Well, Incineroar will have a big advantage, of course. Let's not get overconfident about it, though. Good old Fake Out. We start with a Fake Out. We still start with that. Let's see if Curse does more damage than the leftovers. I think it does. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Way more damage. Fake Out will make it flinch. The Curse will hit. Better safe than sorry, you know? It's always a good idea to start with that Fake Out. Especially in single battles, you may not get that many opportunities to do it. It is my plan to do double battles at some point today, actually. I was hoping to get to Ultra in singles, though. Yeah, I'll try at least one doubles before we finish the stream at some point, but depending on how it goes, it may be fully focused on singles otherwise. Let's see how it goes. And of course, if we can get to Ultra in double battles, that will be great too. Flare Blitz! Let's hit it! Hard. I figured it might have a roost. But Flare Blitz hopefully hits very hard right there. Curse helps too. Hit it hard. Incineroar. Use the knowledge you gain from fighting against Link, against Samus, against Mario, against Snake. Solid Snake, that is, not Ekans. Not Ekans backwards. Against Marth, Roy, Cloud, Ryu, Minecraft Steve, and Alex. Yeah, use that knowledge in Incineroar. Come on. Lucario also brings the knowledge here. If we had legendaries in here, Mewtwo would bring it too. Feel free to keep answering in the chat who your favorite Pokemon is. I always love hearing about that. Your favorite type. Your favorite region, maybe. I think Kalos will continue being my favorite region, though Alola has an argument right there. I say that not having played the original games yet, though. Original in the case of, like, Kalos. Because now we have Lumios in Legend CA, all of that. We're halfway through, but one loss and we get, like, pushed back on that. Also, I didn't put the win there, right? I think it is the third win now. Because the second one was the one that was the forfeit, which I consider not counting, but yeah. Now, I think we start with Starmie right here. Yes, I think there's merit to Incineroar. Maybe Meganium. Screw it, let's try it like this. To an extent, I sometimes don't want to think about it too hard, I just want to get into it. There are pros and cons to every choice. The question is, are there more pros than cons? There can only be so much you can predict. You can only predict so much, also. That's the thing about it. But yeah, also the question could be, what's your favorite legendary / mythical? Or maybe you do want to separate them. There's enough on each side that you want to say that. On that list, you may include Paradox Pokemon, you may include Ultra Beasts as part of legendaries and mythicals, you may not. Who's my favorite Paradox Pokemon, for example? I don't know. It's one of the future Pokemon. Maybe. Or maybe not. I do like the past Mischievous Ghost Fairy. I forget the name, but you know, the past Paradox Mischievous. That's all I can think of right now. And Ultra Beasts. There's so much potential with the Ultra Beasts there. As for my favorite, Circuit Tree is a nominee. Bosswall maybe. It's just fun. Circuit Trees just confusing mad look. Just works well for me, I think. Back to Kanto once again. Fire Red and Leaf Green now. Well, I think a good old oh, never mind. A good old Surf, I was gonna say. No. Dragon resists that. Well, I might regret this, but I'm gonna switch Incineroar in. I just have a huge type disadvantage right here. Ice Beam wouldn't hit that well. We gotta switch in. Thunderbolt. At least it won't be super effective, right? That's the advantage right there. Let's try a Fake Out. They don't have any ghost types on the team, so I know this is gonna hit whoever it is. Whether it's this or Caledon or not. Now, Flare Blitz is actually neutral against it, but close combat is not. Let's see what we want here. Okay. Going for that ground damage. Sandstorm. Yeah, our Caledon would not get hit by the Sandstorm right there. I don't think we want to switch out here. Let's do the darkest of all Lariats. Or do we want to do that? Flare Blitz is still neutral. We gotta try Flare Blitz for maximum damage. Sometimes I keep thinking that ground resists fire, but no. That's rock that does that. That is super effective against it and resists it. Common misconception to have, right? That every type resists itself. That every type that is super effective against another also resists that type that is super effective against. Yeah, okay, water's super effective on fire. It resists fire. Not the case with every type, though. We try... I mean, if Flare Blitz is gonna do that much damage, we should keep trying that. Because we're not gonna fare any better with Darkest Lariat. I think we should switch in Starmie. Or should we? I think we... Yeah, our Caledon is gonna be trouble. Maybe I shouldn't have let Incineroar faint, I don't know. Earthquake, well, actually would have been resisted by Meganium, right? Wait, Meganium does have super effective damage against our Caledon. Let's try Meganium. Then if they have Corvin Knight, I still have Starmie with Thunderbolt. Or I may not even do Thunderbolt. Surf might fare better overall. We want to use Earth Power here. Oh wait, I'm a dummy. That's not what I was meant to do. I was thinking of our Caledon. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. I'm not a dummy. I saw the future. Yeah, I saw the future. I got a future sight right there. Nah, I wasn't being a dummy. I was just having an ADHD moment. Not the same thing at all. Not the same thing. Okay, then. We'll hit you super effectively. I got very meta. Unintentionally, huh? The right prediction right there. Let's go. Let's try Dazzling Gleam, I guess. Solar Beam would have been very resisted, of course. Thank goodness we got the wrong move. Task successfully failed. But yeah, we do Dazzling Gleam again. There's nothing else to it. Steel Beam. Sadly, our Khaiden moved first, so it's gonna hit strongly with that super effective move. I don't know why I keep thinking sometimes grass. What was a crit? I don't know why I keep sometimes thinking grass can resist steel. I don't know. They still have 2 Pokemon. We have an advantage against Hippowdon, who's going to just return the Sandstorm here. Yeah, switching out Hippowdon may be a good idea for that reason. So you get your Sandstorm back. Gyarados, okay. Let's see if we can hit that Thunderbolt. Thankfully, we're not physically attacking with Starmie here. Yesh. Well, it's probably gonna Mega Evolve though. Still super effective, but yeah. We have a disadvantage. With the Dark typing right there. I do want to call out Thunderbolt, but let's see if it hits. Who moves first? Who moves first? Sanda! Border! Not as much damage as it would be were he water flying. That's alright though. It's a crunch! It's a crunch to end the battle. We did very well actually. That Earth Power thing, that was hilarious. That was hilarious right there. Hilarious, but also like good for me, you know? Thank goodness for that. Let's keep insisting on single battles. Let me BRB quickly though, as we also run like ads on Twitch, which are a bit late. Well. Actually, let me go to the edit screen here. I'm going to go ahead and change the music already. Now Gen 4, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Alright. Yeah, we'll continue with single battle. The objective is indeed to get to Ultra. We may not get to it. We may not get to it at this rate. And I may still change my team. I think Hisui and Sororg. There's a benefit to changing Hisui and Sororg. So maybe we will come back and not do a battle, but switch a Pokemon there. Let's see. Let's BRB for a few minutes, Tajigen. Omatsu Omatase minna. I can't say words today, it feels like. Give me a second here. Alright. We're gone long enough that the screen went dark. But we're here, that's the important thing. What am I gonna do with Hisui and Sorork? We have used it. I mean, what would we change it for? What would we replace it with? Let's go into the box. Let's take a look at it from the box right here. What is the replacement? This Avalok right here? Maybe not a bad idea. Ice Cold Spear Crunch. Rock Slide Superpower. I think I still give it that Lumberry over there. Hisui and Sorork is a lovely thing. Masquerade, I haven't used you in a while. Flower Trick, Sucker Punch, Petal Blizzard, Thunder Punch. Palafin, maybe? We were saying we need like more poison, more steel coverage, things like that. Here it is with Gengar. 3 ghost types on this team. Aggron. We could make it be a monotype ghost type situation. Yeah, have a Gengar with like a Focus Sash maybe. Destiny Bond. Let's give it a try. I mean, we replace one ghost type with another ghost type. That's what we're doing. But we're gonna change that held item. Yeah. Let's make it be a Focus Sash. Let's make it be a Focus Sash. I think that might do the trick right there. Let's see how that feels. Yes. Yes. Okay. We did change the music, right? The generation that introduced my dear Spiritomb right there. Let's do it. We're far from finished here. We'll want to do at least one for every like game there or game pair or so. So. I see Meganium there. I see a good argument for Incineroar here as well. Now, here. I think we want to start with Starmie, actually. Oh, I see a good argument for Spiritomb as well. I think I shall insist on these 3 then. Let's do it this way. Rock move there would be nice against Volcarona. That's not what we're going for, though. Yeah, now I feel like I really am making great usage out of all 6 of my Pokemon. We had great variety in the ones we've selected so far. One day I might end up doing a more meta team, for sure. Let's see how we feel about that. I think I might just like try a replica team. So I think you still need to actually have the Pokemon or something like that. I'm not sure how it works. You gotta have like the idea of it, right? And from there, you're able to copy it. I've yet to actually look into that. Yeah, I could also be doing Violet with rental teams. Never did try that out. Now I feel a bit more like I want to try that out after doing some of Champions. I'm not sure though. Oh yeah, we should exit at some point and get some achievements. Say by any chance we got that Spiritomb achievement we were after or one of the others. Ugh, disadvantage again. Starting with that disadvantage right here. Incineroar. Yes, we want to try Incineroar. Our Caledon is known for having those electric moves right there, as we saw. Similar situation as before, I think. Stealth Rock, okay. We don't want to switch in and out too much. Once I do at least one switch in, I don't know if I want to do another one. That's the thing. Let's try a Fake Out. Volcarona. Well, against Volcarona, there's nothing else to it but a Darkest Lariat. Out of all my moves here. Well, Flare Blitz is neutral. But wouldn't he have something that... I think Volcarona might have a skill that... Oh, Substitute, okay. Might have an ability, not skill, I mean. That makes it absorb fire or benefit from getting hit by a fire move, maybe. Let's see how that Substitute is doing. It faded, thank goodness. Do we want to try Flare Blitz then? Let's see how it hits, if it does hit, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that many Substitute setups, actually. I want to see how those feel. Okay, Flare Blitz. Against our Caledon, this neutral damage. Yeah, I mean, it would have been neutral with Darkest Lariat as well. Good damage on that Flare Blitz right there. Defense rising. Yes, we should go for super effective damage, even if it doesn't have stab. So I think it's time for close combat here. They get to see my entire moveset. Or do they? Let's see who moves first here. Thank goodness for that quick claw. I mean, I think Arcadon maybe is slow by default, but still. Some close combat. Yeah. It's gonna be a tanky one. It's gonna be tanky. Hopefully, though, we can do some good damage soon. Still not fainting. Still not fainting right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I'm taking kind of a risk with that Darkest Lariat. Kind of, but it is faster. Yeah, it is faster. Thank goodness for that quick claw earlier, you see? That's what I was talking about. Very well then, with defenses increased... yeah, now we're in trouble. Not being able to deal enough damage here, maybe. But yeah, we don't want to do physical damage, and that's mostly what we do with Spirit Tomb. We must insist on Starmie here. A lot of this is resisted, and Ice Beam... We gotta try Ice Beam, I guess. Neutral damage that is not with stab, but everything else is resisted. So funny. That's a dragon type for you, I guess. Volcarona? Maybe I should have gone for Surf after all, I don't know. What was with that switch out? That Archaludon is gonna be trouble though. And like this. Yeah, because Volcarona is gonna have super effective bug damage. That won't be good. Now I have half a mind to switch to Spirit Tomb, but I'll insist on keeping this here. Also because of the Stealth Rock. Keeping my Starmie here. Okay. It will help to have that Volcarona fainted. How many Pokemon did they have left? Only the Archaludon, or did they have another one? Meganium? Let us try an Ice Beam. I don't want to switch out. I want to be persistent on this. Well, I mean, Spirit Tomb would take super effective damage from Meganium as well. Especially if it's Mega Meganium, which it is. Who moves first? Even if Starmie moves first, I don't think this will be enough damage to make it faint. Anyway, Spirit Tomb can receive super effective fairy damage, right? I don't think we should go for a curse, that's for sure. Shadow Sneak is not the way to go either. Spirit Tomb would do okay against Archaludon though. No issues there with like damage resisted or something like that. The problem is getting past this Meganium wall. I don't think we're getting past this wall. Either way, I think Poltergeist is the way to go. Poltergeist is the way to go. Now, seeing it do synthesis, I want to try cursing it. Maybe actually, like, come to think of it, there's some benefit to curse here, because then our Archaludon, I don't expect we're gonna curse it. Let's do it. Going for broke here. Either Spirit Tomb faints from the curse, or it faints from getting killed by Meganium here from a fairy move. So when there's nothing to lose, curse is a good idea. That's the thing that makes it so much fun as well. Didn't hit it right there, but no, that's the thing that makes it so much fun. You don't want to back up. You don't want to back me up against the corner because now you're gonna get cursed. What was it that they said in The Art of War? Sun Tzu, is it? It might be. Yeah, where like when you back an enemy into a corner, make sure they have a way out, so they think they still have hope. Because if they think they don't have hope anymore, then they have nothing to lose and they're gonna be worse. Something like that. Better phrasing there. Something kinda to that effect. Look at all the VP we have. I don't know if you actually unlock new things in the shop when you get to the later tiers. As I told you, my balls are too great to be ultra. They're just that damn great. So we're back to square one on Great Ball rank 1 there. But do we have anything we want to buy here? Some Mega Stones, I think. I don't know. I'm actually thinking about this because I may eventually get myself a Gardevoir in this game. Ah, yeah, Frostlass. I'm gonna buy the Frostlassite because I expect I'll get myself a Frostlass at some point. Chandelier, Golurk. Don't I have a Golurk right there? Just in case, let's get this one. Haven't seen that many Mega Golurks. I'd love to see more of them. Right, I don't think I'm getting any new clothing right now. Things are fine as they are. No new eyes. I think I should equip the other eyes now. Back to the starry eyes. I think the time has come to return to that. Let's do that. We didn't get any new badges or something, right? No, I think... let me see. I do have another badge here I could use, but I don't know if I want to use it. Yeah, these badges right here. Mega Frostlass and Hisuian Typhlosion is a very good Ghost Team lead. I haven't seen Hisuian Typhlosion that much. Mega Frostlass I've definitely seen. Interesting, interesting. Frostlass has just become such an MVP in my book after... just because it's fancy to have badges, I'm gonna have these. That's just nice to have. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Frostlass became the MVP thanks to the Rayquaza incident in Legend CA. So now I appreciate the hell out of it so much, even if it's not the same context. All right, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Back to my lovely Johto music. Is the leader you have in your Ghost Team? Yeah. Sounds great. You're speaking from experience right there. Frostlass is solid. Mega Frostlass, which kind of looks like a Gigantamax Frostlass to me still. Speaking of Frostlass, there's one on this team. So, here. I get the feeling I want that Gengar on the team this time. The time has come for Gengar. But, before Gengar, there is Polteageist. This is the team will do. My lead on a Ghost Team ends up being Polteageist, I guess. This might be a bot we're facing also. Whatever. The badges look great. It's kind of like half the intention behind putting them there is like as if I were showcasing my badges in a region in which you earn the badges by beating the gyms. Half the intention is showcasing me being a ghost type maniac. And apparently the same for Water and Dark. That Water thing also comes from the fact that we had a good chunk of time with Palafin. Solar Beam, huh? Let's see if we can ensure you don't hit that Solar Beam. Listen to that music, so good, so good, so good, so good. Shadow Bore. Critical, beautiful critical. Well done, my dear Polteageist. T. Earl Grey, purple. We definitely do Shadow Ball here. I don't expect that Frostlass will Mega Evolve. It's clearly a bot. Look, I don't mind facing bots, but I would like them to maybe be a bit more difficult, but the whole point of them is that the player is given a win after they keep taking losses. So, I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah, we're in trouble here. I will insist on doing Shadow Ball here. Sucker Punch, okay. I didn't want to switch out, I didn't want to lose the buffs. Sucker Punch got disabled. That's helpful. Very well then. We go for... I want to try Dazzling Gleam with Gengar. And then, if Absol moves first, it will give me the option to do Destiny Bond, maybe. That's why that works so well, I think. That's a huge Gengar. I think Gengar by default is bigger than I thought. But a Dazzling Gleam finishes it. See, now I kind of want to do... This is so funny. The first time we had a Johto theme, the 8-bit version, we had a short battle, but that's because I was losing very quickly. Now it's a short battle with the Heart Gold Soul Silver Johto theme, but because we're winning quickly. That was a bit too easy. But nah, let's move on. Let's move on to Unova. Let's switch the song. We just keep going progressively through them. Eventually we will listen to the champions one. Black and white. There is a slight difference with the black 2 white 2 version, right? Of the trainer battle. They could also add that. Though the difference is so small that... Oh, there's that trainer again. The trainer again. Alright. Let's see how it goes. How do they do that? How do they do the before the name and then it doesn't show up in the name? I don't get it. But anyway, their team changed. Mine changed too since the last time, but only with one Pokemon, I think. As for the Pokemon I will use... There's a good question. That Hatterene. Oh, Hatterene. I gotta give myself a Hatterene, maybe. Was it in Scarlet and Violet? Otherwise, I'd have to get it in Sword and Shield. But Incineroar has an argument here. A decent argument. We want to maybe start with Incineroar. I've yet to start with Incineroar, but I want to give it a try, maybe. Gengar and... Spiritomb. Yes, I think. Let's try this team. Let's see how it feels. Let's give it a try. Let's bring that Smash Brothers experience with Spiritomb, with Incineroar. I think Spiritomb is not there at all in Smash Brothers. Not in any way. Lovely, lovely Unova battle music. Let's go. Right. Darkest Lariat is neutral against Hatterene here. Mostly we have neutral damage against each other, depending on what moves we have, I guess. Darkest Lariat, Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz may still be the best idea besides that fake out right there. Clap in your cheeks! Let's go! And we have some Wota here. Please. Sweet, 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 sweet. Throat needs to be cleared a few times here and there. Not as much recoil damage as I thought there would be. Nozzle. Okay. The Quick Claw would come in handy if it's able to go through. I don't usually see Nuzzle. It's an underrated move. It's an underrated move. I find it to be great. A great way to paralyze the opponent. I still tend to lean towards the underway, but I mean, Nuzzle also does a little bit of damage with that paralysis, right? And that's always a welcome thing. Nice. Here's a burn. Returning the favor to you. Okay. We'll undo the leftovers a little bit. That Hatterene is mostly very tanky. Very, just not tanky. Tanky's not the word, but mostly stalling, things like that, right? With the health recovery, the paralysis, I see the strategy here. I want to consider Gengar here. Okay, thank goodness that was enough. I wasn't sure if it would be. It was a crit! That's why it was enough. What a beautiful crit. That was a charged up smash move right there. Let's go. Charged up smash. I always love doing those in Smash Brothers. Which I haven't played in a while. I would love to return to that someday. To Ultimate, that is. I never did get the second DLC. I need to get it eventually. Eventually is the key word. Well, yeah, we should still try Flare Blitz right here. Maximum damage. It is still more damage than Darkest Lariat. We may not even hit it. Thank goodness for that Quick Claw. Let's go. Well, will it still move first now? I think it should. It still does, like, you know, it's gonna do the Mega Evolution animation before that. I feel like it should do the Mega Evolution animation before it tells you the Quick Claw is doing its thing. But I don't know. Oh, let's go! Quick Claw! Quick Claw saving the day! Ah! We're gonna faint from recoil, I think, but look at what happened thanks to the Quick Claw. What a difference maker, man! What a difference maker! Are you kidding me? That's amazing. Spiritomb time, then. It's time to curse. It's time to curse. We're cursing live on the stream! Yes, because Gengar has a disadvantage against this Samurott right here. And well, the caveat for this setup with Spiritomb is that we don't have any way to super effectively hit any dark Pokemon. That's the issue at hand here. Now, we may still lose this battle at this rate. Spiritomb is gonna faint. But it's not like I had super effective damage against Samurott right here. Gengar will be in trouble. What happens if I do Destiny Bond at the end right there? Focus Sash is gonna help a lot. We should do Sludge Wave or no, wait, Dazzling Gleam is there for that reason against Dark types. Oh no, wait, Focus Sash is not gonna come into play. Never mind. Never mind. The spikes take care of that. Well, it's a matter of who moves first, and even then, even if Sucker Punch takes care of that, but even if Gengar had hit the Dazzling Gleam first, I don't think it would have been enough to make it faint. Yeah, the spikes took care of things right there. Otherwise, we would have been able to survive that. That was a good setup against that team, all things considered. My balls continue being just way too great. My ball, I should say. We haven't done anything with double battles. I will insist, as I told you. Either way, I'm going to make sure we have at least one double battle before we finish, but it's looking like it's going to be 99% single battles today. Back to Pokemon X and Y. Let's channel that Hexmania into this, right? I could make the team be a Ghost Monotype team, right? That's the beauty of only choosing 3 of them. You can still be a type expert in a way by having 3 of your Pokemon be of that type. Reminds me of when you look at a champion who's kind of a type expert, like Steven. Like Lance in some teams. But because they still gotta be a champion about it, only half of their team is that type. Look at that lovely shiny Mimikyu. Looking great. I don't know if it's a novelty of seeing it in shiny, but I kind of prefer shiny Mimikyu to original Mimikyu, maybe? Anyway, who to start with then? I feel Spiritomb has some merit against that Mimikyu, but it depends on who starts the battle, you know? Sadly, I can't do Fake Out against Mimikyu. I wonder if Gengar is a good start, especially with that Destiny Bond. Then Incineroar... What about Starmie? Meganium? Let's try this team. Let's try this team. Let's just try that team. That's just the way we do it. Let's see if we can even out the record. Also, my internet is being silly. Ice Beach and against Tajigen. Hold the line. Hold the line. I don't see the game itself lagging, but yeah, we're getting an attack on my Ice Beach is under attack again. I hate that this has happened so frequently. So mediocre, so incompetent of my ISP. These are a bit too many frames. You saw some buffering. Know that it was not on your end. Yeah, Sludge Wave is the way to go here. I wonder if I should set up some teams with spikes or Stealth Rock or something of the sort, right? Ice type triple Axel. Oh, avoided the first one. Wow, that was very lucky. That was super lucky right there. Also, you know what else we should consider? We should maybe consider Sucker Punch, but what would be replaced here, right? What would be replaced here? I don't know about that. I think we try Sludge Wave again. Yeah, triple Axel would make it so that Focus Sash doesn't come into play here. Triple Axel was disabled. So yeah, it's still gonna make it faint. Destiny Bond was definitely not the way to go here. Come to think of it, maybe that setup is not the best. Anyway, let's try Fake Out. Let's be a faker. I found you, faker! Faker? Let's try with a Fake Out on Primarina. I think it actually behooves us to switch out here. Because we have a lot of ineffective moves here, so it's a matter of going to Starmie here. And, oh jeez, what the hell is going on? Okay, we're having an attack of Scuff of all sorts just going on. Hold the line, Tajigen, hold the line. I'm gonna see if I can reset myself here. Things crashing left and right. And there my PC, maybe because it's undergoing poterification, has something weird happen. Thankfully, it doesn't happen a lot on the streams. Mostly it's a thing that happens off stream, but here and there it happens on stream. Like, everything just stutters for a moment, or... I don't know how to explain it. It's not necessarily a stutter, but anyway. That was freaky, That was a nice... Yes, I came here to try a Thunderbolt. They know I'm gonna do Thunderbolt, I think. Oh yeah, they knew. Let's see if we can try Ice Beam. As I'm looking at other technical things here. Okay. If we lose this battle, I think it's almost guaranteed maybe that we get a bot afterwards. Maybe. That's a big maybe right there. And yeah, we're gonna lose it. So let's see if we get a bot. We're in Gen 6 now. Nah, I should have brought the Hexmania. I should have made all 3 be ghost types. That's what I was supposed to do with this music. It's not like Gen 6, pardon, was the one that introduced Hexmaniacs, but the ones that are more known now, right? Oh, you know what? I said I was going to customize myself, right? Change the look. Let's try the darkest lariat then. Garchomp's rough skin is gonna make things difficult either way. But Flare Blitz is definitely not the solution. Maybe Garchomp is what makes me have the misconception also that ground resists fire. But no, that's the dragon type resisting fire. The dragon type always like hates the 3 musketeers in D'Artagnan of starters, as I call it. The 3 musketeers in D'Artagnan of starters are fire, water, grass. The 3 musketeers. Who's D'Artagnan? The sort of unofficial 4th musketeer. Electric. That's it right there. Oh, you can actually get demoted. My balls are too great. My ball is too great. My ball is too great. I didn't know you could get demoted. I haven't seen that happen before. So I guess I haven't lost that much before. That it actually is alright. Okay. But yeah, I wanted to... It's hair and cosmetics, right? Okay. I've yet to use this starry one. There's some merit to this one. There's some merit to this one, I would argue. There's some merit to this one here. But the sparkly one actually fits so well. This one has merit. This one has a lot of merit. Let's try a good old sparkly again. Now that is the multi-dimensional Tajigen Khaiden. Hold on, internet. Hold the line. Hold the line, Tajigen. I'm sending a chat message. Hopefully it arrives for everybody. Alright. Yeah, a few bad frame drops right there. Just in case it gets a little bit worse too. Yeah, that's a good time in which to stop the battles for a moment. We are gonna go with Gen 7 now. Oh no, wait. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is first. Oh, and you know what? Hold on. That. Let me collect these things right here. We've done some great battling. We've gotten so far in the battle pass now. Almost at the end of it, pretty much. I'm not gonna get myself the premium battle pass though. I just wanted to see what was in the premium pass. It didn't show it there, did it? Nice though, we keep getting achievements while we're doing this. Dark type Move Fiend. Dark type affinity ticket. Is there anything else that gives you affinity tickets? If I want to insist on getting that Sinistcha, right? I need to keep doing grass moves. So Meganium, Strength Sap from Poltegeist. If I want to get myself that grass type affinity ticket. Yeah, a few more for that fire batch. Bird Keeper there. Oh, this psychic batch would be great too. Hopefully we get it soon. Starmie will help with that. I'm definitely going to equip that. That golden ghost badge. We're also well on our way there. That's good. Dark badge. But yeah, these affinity tickets. 20 grass moves are still missing. Okay. Sinistcha would help us with that. Matcha gacha. Matcha gacha. It's all about that matcha gacha. Anyway. Let's do weekly missions here. I have half a mind to recruit again. With the boxes being so full though, nah. Mostly I want to recruit to see if I find myself a Sinistcha. It's fun to see what else may show up there, but... Nah. If it's Sinistcha I'm insisting on, then we want to just train that in Violet. Just haven't had the time for it. It's like... I don't know how exactly I'm supposed to do it. No, I have an idea. Just, you know, My ADHD kind of holds me back. It's like, oh, there's so many steps to it, and my mind just makes a hell of a roadblock out of that. Right then, let's say we're against the bot. So at least get back to rank 1. But the team here, shall we insist on Spiritomb again? Not with those two fairy types, maybe. Perhaps we insist on Gengar with those right there. And I want to consider Poltegeist here. Meganium. Would Meganium fare well here? Maybe decently. This is the team. Poltegeist, Meganium, Gengar. Okay. Let's try it this way. Bam, 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 bam. We're going through Pokemon history, though. Doing it this way. I like it. We really are going through its history. Through the music, which is so important. So important to me. I'm almost certain this is a bot. Let's hopefully, you know, if we win, because we may still not win, it's enough to get us to the next rank. There was that thing we saw, what was it, last week, that amazing battle that ended with 1 HP. They make it so you can actually lose, which I don't know if I like that, you know. Maybe they should do that in casual battles, but not in ranked. What I want at the end of the day is to face NPCs in this way, in a Gym Leader Castle manner, in a Black-White World Tournament manner. Black 2, White 2, I mean. Just let me face Misty here. Let me face Bertha, Grimsley, Roxy, Elite Four, Gym Leaders, Champions. Oh yes, Cynthia is there too. Mighty Cynthia. It's just fun, you know? Facing the teams in a certain way and all that. But okay, we may not hear the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire battle theme that much, since it looks like it's gonna be a short battle right here. What a difference it is to face bots, isn't it? No, yeah, player would have done something different with their first Pokemon. That Charizard would have Mega Evolved for sure. Because I don't expect the team will be that different in some ways with a player. Not necessarily. It would be kind of funny if I got a reward for reaching this rank again. That would be abused by people, probably. You could just have a team with explosions or, you know, tail whip or something, not damaging the opponent. That would be kind of broken, actually. Yeah, no need to edit the team. I think we have a solid enough team, all things considered. I sometimes forget if that is the Sun and Moon battle theme, but it is. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon don't change that theme. Whereas Black 2 and White 2 did change the battle theme slightly. Or maybe I'm thinking of the battle subway. Was that the one that had that difference? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's see what the best choice here is. The best choices here are... I think Spiritomb once again doesn't show up. I think there's merit in Incineroar as the first one. Yeah, I think so. And then is there merit to Gengar out here? Because I feel like there is. Let's try it this way. Maybe I should have gone for Meganium instead of Starmie, but let's try it this way. See how it feels. We'll get some more of those batches eventually. I'll need to get the PNGs for those batches as well. When it comes to batches that you get for a Pokemon, those PNGs are very different PNGs. I basically gotta make them. But especially if we do have more... Clap in your cheeks, let's go. More champion streams, it would be good to do them. It involves me going into Photoshop and all that, mostly. Rising voltage. But a lot of damage. That was a crit, that's why. Nothing to it but to maximize damage. I did wonder if we would get paralyzed by static. I don't know if that's an ability Manectric can have. Also, that's a Mega Manectric Mega Evolution, right? I think. But yeah, the moment we made contact with Fake Out, I was like, ooh, did we get ourselves paralyzed? Can Manectric have static? I don't know. You can tell me in the chat. I could check in the Bulbapedia, but I'm just a casual thought. Don't need to check it. Right, fighting, a lot of fighting. Yes, of course, we're gonna receive super effective damage from their fighting move, but I gotta try to do a fighting move of my own with close combat. I don't think it's gonna hit. I think it's gonna move first. Had there been a Quick Claw doing his thing, it would have done it already. Oh, speaking of Fake Out. Well, if Quick Claw comes into this, that might be to my advantage. Another chance to for Quick Claw to do its thing, you know? I don't think close combat would even make it faint, but... Ooh, high jump kick, huh? Like that kick. Low pony, like that kick. Oh wait, come to think of it, I just realized low kicks is not in this game, is it? Ah, what a shame, what a shame. Low kicks would be so great to have. Shall we try... No, I don't think... Well, actually, yeah, we should do Gengar. If we want to rely on Destiny Bond as something that will help, we don't want to have it as the last one out. Dazzling Gleam for super effective damage. Though no stab. Because Starmie would have had super effective damage here too, but we'll try it this way. Okay, so why did that high jump kick hit? It has an ability that... It's Mold Breaker maybe? No, what? How? Why did that high jump kick hit? It's a fighting move on a ghost type, so why did it hit? Is what I'm wondering. Destiny Bond is not even gonna go in. Can somebody explain in the chat why that high jump kick actually hit Gengar there? I need to check Mega Lopunny right now. I think it's something to do with the Mega Evolution. Well, nothing else to it but to do Psychic here. See if it hits. I could see it having knockoff or something like that. Why the hell did that fighting move hit my Gengar? Leapart. Lopunny. Lopunny. Limber. Hidden ability. No. Wait. That's not Mega Lopunny. Scrappy. Is that what Scrappy did? Because it wouldn't be Mold Breaker. Mold Breaker is about abilities. That's different. Okay, there it is. Makes normal and fighting type moves hit the ghost type Pokemon. I associate Scrappy more with like Scrafty because of the name. I don't know what happened. I was looking at Bulbapedia. Why didn't that hit? My Surf didn't hit? Oh, Anchor, I think is what happened here. Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm just getting distracted looking at Scrappy and all that. Okay, Kangaskhan, Miltank gets it. Exploud. I love Exploud. Mega Lopunny, but only Mega Lopunny specifically. Something to watch out for in the future. Anchor is only at 3 more turns. Let's keep hitting Psychic. Or rather, not hitting it. Okay. Kisui and Decidueye get Scrappy. Flamigo can get Scrappy. Okay. I'm getting distracted with this. Sorry. When the Pokemon enters a battle, it copies an ally stat changes. Co-star. Co-star. Ooh, co-star for Flamigo. Co-starring. The what's the word? Deuteragonist? No, that's not it. Maybe. Deuteragonist, such a fancy word. I hope I would love it if it were used more often. For some reason, it's kind of hard for me to say it. Okay, back to Kanto yet again. Actually, no. Never mind. I'm guessing they're gonna add them later in the game. They just have it here so that, you know, it's just right there available. But they haven't added the music yet. Okay. Then we skip forward to Sword and Shield. What was the Sword and Shield battle music? Because I'm so unfamiliar with it. We'll play Pokemon Shield one day, I hope. But not yet, not yet. It's not yet the time for that, I think. Let's see if at the very least we can even the record. My balls are too great. My balls are too great. Let's see. Incineroar has some merit here. As does Mega Meganium, I want to say. Who starts the fight, though? As long as they don't start with Incineroar, we may be okay. Mega Low Bunny might hit Hitbull T, guys, but let's give it a try. This is the way we try. This is the way we try. Let's see how it hits. Are we against the bot? No, we're not. But it's been a great week, Tajigen, of a triple threat. It is indeed my plan that next week is not a triple threat. We're back to the 4 streams per week, which needs to remain the standard. Reminds me of something I need to check. Unrelated to the stream, but something I really need to... Right. Just in time for the next battle. This is Sword and Shield. Okay. It might need more context, like, it might need more context, like in, Scarlet and Violet, because when you listen to the Scarlet and Violet battle music, there's something kind of incomplete about it, because it sets it up when you're first talking to the trainer you're talking to. So here it just jumps straight into the start of the battle theme without that setup, so it hits a little bit different. But yeah, this is Sword and Shield, this is Sword and Shield. I'll try to remember this. Good stuff with it. There's that Mega Lopunny. So, we may still get hit by fighting. Did it also say normal hits? I think it says that, right? Ah, Caleb, you're so sweet, thank you. You deserve more views, you're very good at keeping the stream busy even with very little going on in chat. I know I do. I'm extraordinary, I deserve millions. The stars are always watching, my dear Tajigen. There's always millions of stars in the sky, even during daytime, right? That's the thing. In space, you know, that's how it works and all that. Forget the specifics. Oh, they did well switching to Incineroar. Oh, no. My white herb. Not my white herb. Well, I mean, I have a disadvantage. It might behoove me to switch out anyway. But no. We definitely want to keep things going on the stream. One day the stars will align. Let's keep doing our best until then. I am here to be a light in your lives, Tajigen. I am here to hopefully be a big event that's happening every single time we're doing. That's the approach we have right here, right? Well, okay, let's just... Incineroar for Incineroar. That's the best choice here. Meganium is not a good choice. Incineroar, mirror match in Smash Brothers. Let's go. Only that they would look a little bit different, right? Because they would change their colors for Smash Brothers Ultimate. But anyway, all right. I found you, Faker. Faker? I think you're the fake Incineroar around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be. I'll make you eat those words. There's no time to play games. You won't even get the chance. Well, time for close combat here. My Incineroar is faster than yours thanks to the Quick Claw. Suck on that, you sucker. Even though there's no sucker punch. Suck on that, Faker. Fake on that, Faker. But hey, that's what we're here for, though. There's always a big event when Khaiden Tajigen is streaming. And I hope that's the way you see it. Lighting your lives. Something that gets you through the everyday grind, right? If you're tired from work, come watch the Tajigen Khaiden stream. If you're stressed, anxious because you're getting ready for work, have me in the background there somewhere, or maybe actively watching. I mean, you're getting ready, so it's kind of like that. But like, even if it's background noise, there's a big event feel going on here. I do like to say. So that's the intent. That's the intent. That poor dubbing. That was my best Sonic and Shadow. Actually, that's not my best one. We could do it better. But we try. Well, it's not Sonic and Shadow. It's more like Incineroar and Incineroar. I'm debating whether we want to proceed here. We should proceed here. Close combat. Or we should insist on switching out, switching in. If we switch in Poltegeist, it's still gonna get hit with fighting moves right there. Like that close combat. And close combat is still gonna hit hard. Oh, the source material? Now I do have to disagree genuinely. The voice acting was great. What's maybe bad was that they interrupt, right? But funny enough, it makes it work better. We gotta try Meganium here. I almost want to do Earth Power, thinking that Incineroar is gonna switch in. Do we want to give it a try? Do we want to give it a try? Screw it, I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna take the risk of trying a read on the opponent. This time, this Earth Power is intentional, though. This time it's intentional. But no, Ryan Drummond, David Humphrey, so damn good at what they do. Alright. If Incineroar comes in, we have an Earth Power with your name on it. My dear Incineroar. Perhaps Meganium should be in Smash Brothers next. It's not Incineroar, but this is still gonna be super effective. If there is a 6 Smash Brothers game, yeah, I can expect Mega Evolved Pokemon appearing there. I mean, already we have Prism Tower as a stage. That's something that I forget sometimes. I must have mentioned it at some point in one Legend CA stream. I wish I could have just used different animations and stuff for different localizations. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean, though. I am just so fond of the whole thing overall, because Sonic Adventure 2 may be my favorite game of all time, that I'm okay with it. So, yeah. Meganium is now Water type. Okay. How does the type change, though? Is it just pure Water type, or... Well, it doesn't say here. It's pure Water, so it's neither Grass or Fairy. We lose the stab in any move we do here, then, I think. Let's try Dazzling Gleam, then. I don't know. You played on the Dreamcast, you played the OG right there. I never played the Dreamcast version. Nor do I need to. I think it's okay. There's one game on the Dreamcast that I think I want to play that still to this day is only available on the Dreamcast mostly, which is Panzer Dragoon Saga, I think. Or was it the Saturn? I'm not sure. Segata Sanshiro! Now I'm thinking of Hiroshi Fujioka. Kamen Rider Ichigo, the first rider, but also Segata freaking Sanshiro. Very well then, nothing else to it but another Dazzling Gleam. We lose the stab, right? That's also the big issue with Soak. Stop waterboarding me live on stream. That's 2 out of the 3 streams this week in which somebody throws water at me. What's going on, man? And I'm not talking about the hydras you're doing. Stop waterboarding me on stream. That's Orta on the Xbox. I don't know what that is. Thank you for the hydrate, Caleb. Good timing. I did just have water right now. Let's have it again. So let me check something off screen quickly. There's Incineroar. We have Earth Power against Incineroar here. Now, I think the constant switching out is not beneficial to them in this case, necessarily. They still have a big advantage here. They're probably going to make Meganium faint. I expect Incineroar will be faster, but I don't know. Taking that extra damage with Incineroar. I don't know if there was much merit to that. You know? And this is why. But this could go either way still. Been a roller coaster of a battle here. What the heck? Here with the Sword and Shield music. No, you know for sure if we play Pokemon Shield, it would be Shield because I want to face my boy Alistair in the Ghost Gym. I gotta favor the Hexmania, right? Let me try Synthesis. Might be a good idea, might not be. Oh, Fake Out is a good reason why they want to switch out and switch in, right? Right. That makes sense. But yeah, Polteageist is gonna be a main Pokemon on the team for sure. Oh, U-turn, okay. That does make sense though. It's just gonna be neutral because Fairy will neutralize it. Now, Polteageist. We gotta do Strength Sap first and foremost. Immediately. Store Power is super effective, but Store Power without Shell Smash is not gonna do any good here. They have completely destroyed my usual Polteageist setup, which is not something that happens frequently, which tells me this setup is still okay. Here and there, you just know something might break it. No Pokemon setup is perfect, and nor should it be. Once upon a time, Pokemon like Spiritomb and Sableye, they had no super effective damage that they could take. There was no super effective damage they would take. Now, that still didn't mean they were perfect, but it was like so close to it, right? And no, like that's not a reason why Spiritomb became my favorite. I said why earlier, right? No, that's the reason why introducing the fairy type was a good idea. My ball continues being too great. Is the record still fine? I think it has been 3 losses in a row. A bot is almost guaranteed at this point. Unless I'm misunderstanding something about how they're assigned, which I might. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to switch the music. Well, okay. More sword and shield, I guess. I'm still gonna try to think a little bit about... half think about the team, really think about it, and half not really think about it that much, being casual. We're getting to the point where I'm realizing, yeah. Well, I suspected this, but I'm realizing also, yeah, I'm gonna stop playing because you can only be casual up to a certain point before you hit a ceiling, and not getting past that ceiling, you don't get much out of the Champions experience anymore. And because I'm gonna remain playing the way I want to play rather than how the game wants me to play, so to speak, then I will remain on the, like staring at that ceiling. I'd rather do something else now, but not right now though, literally. But hold on, start me. Let's choose just the old favorites. Let's see how we do with them. If we can get another win with them, that gets us closer to their patches. Staring at the ceiling. Ah, yes. Remind me to do the stare after this. Let's do it. Well, let's get more familiarized with the sword and shield music as we face another Smash Brothers veteran right here. There we go. Do we want to do Surf or Psychic? Potentially lowering the special defense is always a good idea. Bullet Punch. Gonna be resisted. But it to punch. Neutral damage. Could have been better, could have been worse damage. Leftovers take care of that damage we took from that bullet punch pretty much. Psychic. Again. I love how they use the classic 8-bit sound for Psychic. For a while they didn't do it, I think, but like, so good, so good. Hyper Beam does the same. Yes, another Psychic. More Psychic damage. Very straightforward. Wish we would do more damage there. Well, now we will, with that special defense reduction. Oh, more Psych going on. Psych from Psychic to Psych up. This is definitely a bot, though. It's so clearly a bot. With every passing second. I love the animation for Moonblast. I also wanted to give it to a Pokemon just for that reason alone. Anyway, leftovers will help there. Bam, 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 bam. We know what we have against Gyarados right here. Let's see if it's time to call out my dear Thunderbolt again. Yes, 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 yes. You know what time it is. Sanda! Borta! There's our win. There's our win. Let's make sure we switch music, but before we do that, let's stare at you all, thanks to Caleb's Redeem on Twitch. Alright, alright. 6 wins for the 6 champion streams we've had. For the 6 Pokemon we have in a party, though you only choose 3 of them. It's been single battle city today, and I think it will remain single battle city for most of the stream now. Might as well go to the title screen here while we're doing that. Yeah. The music is gonna stop, I think, but what is important? What is important here? Yeah. There it is. Stare into the beauty and the madness of the cosmos. The entire universe goes silent. What is that? In space, no one can hear you scream or something like that? I can hear you scream. The stars can hear you. Remember, when you gaze at the stars, they gaze back at you. Don't we? Don't we? Yes, we do. That was maybe more than 20 seconds. I'm not sure. That'll do. That will do. All right. I think we got some more achievements. That's the peak of the battle pass right there. That's the first time I get that in the battle pass. I don't think we got that in the last battle pass. I have been able to do more this time. That's good. Fire type affinity ticket. Okay. Okay. We'll see if we ever use that. I might just do that. I might just do that. Maybe I've, you know, pursuing the starters from the other regions or something. As I said, I would love to do that for like every region. A team with the 3 starters, and then 3 other Pokemon that just fit and give some nice type variety maybe. Okay, they still haven't added BDSP, so yes, we do go for Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, let's go Pikachu, Eevee, LGPE, BDSP, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. One of those which I still need to play one day eventually. And here I have no idea which one I would go for. Whether Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl. Because I know it's Shield for sure because of Alistair's gym. The Ghost Gym. I know it was Violet between Scarlet and Violet for sure because right there in the name, Violet. But yeah. With others, I don't know. With wins and weights for that matter, I don't know if I'm leaning towards one or the other. Might come down to version exclusives if I know that going into it before. Meganium seems like a decent idea here. We start with Meganium, actually. I think we do. And then Spiritomb, and then... Yes, this is the team. This is the team we do. Okay. We may or may not be against a bot, I'm not sure. I don't mind either way. Oh, that's definitely not a bot. That's an intimidating looking player. Anytime I see those like golden fancy badges and stuff. My ball will continue to be great. My ball is just that damn great. As I told you, everybody who plays this game has 2 balls. 2 big, important balls they must always keep in mind. The single battle ball tier and the double battle ball tier. Then when they become champions, they lose 1 ball. And maybe both if it's both single battles and double battles, right? You're no longer in any tiers that have the word ball in the name. You're just a champion. Champions have no balls. Only the balls of their Pokemon. There's that too, though. 6 balls, that's quite a bit. Right, then Earth Power hit nicely there. Stealth Rock has been set up, though. So we'll see how that feels. Yes, let us try Dazzling Gleam. Ah, the balls are inert. Yes, I see the reference you're making. Caleb, everybody knows over 9,000, or at least a lot of people do. Over 9,000! But there's also like a more minor one they did as well. Whoever did the over 9,000 meme. Where it's Picoro saying, the balls are inert. He's saying inert, but they're also inert, apparently. Ah, yes, I should have expected triple axle. Hit 1 time? Wait. I thought it would always guarantee the 3 hits. Wait. Let me read that. Let me read that in the Bulbapedia. Like, that's great that it was to my benefit, but that doesn't seem fair. And out the trip times per use. I thought it was guaranteed. Like, I know that if any strike fails, the move ends. That's not what happened there, though, but... Okay. That doesn't seem fair for triple axle, maybe. Well, it is kind of a powerful move already because it escalates the damage. Had it hit again, that second hit and that third hit would have hit way harder than that first hit did. That's for sure. Alright. Shadow Sneak, that makes sense. That's a good move to give EG Slash, actually. Well, it's definitely the time for Spiritomb, I think. Not Starmie. I don't think so. Not Starmie. The question is, do we want to try and do Curse? Not for now, I think. Let's try with Shadow Sneak first and see where that takes us. Stance change. If it's doing King's Shield, I think Shadow Sneak doesn't I know Phantom Force overrides a protect or something like this. Although King's Shield does not protect, it's not the same thing. But still, let's try Shadow Sneak again. So I should have just done Curse in the first place. We need to curse on stream more often. We needed to curse on stream. That's what we needed to do. Poltergeist. Attacked by the Citrus Berry, and then hopefully we recover with the Citrus Berry. That is not what's gonna happen. I should have relied on my good old curse strategy. So ironic, usually is insisting on the curse that gets us killed. That's not what happened here. Right then, nothing else to it but to maybe go through a King's Shield, see what happens here. They're probably gonna go for a Shadow Sneak. But let's surf. Let's try to surf away. King's Shield will make attack be reduced, right? But that's not so bad. If attack is reduced on Starmie, that's alright. We're not physically attacking. Leftovers will help against the Stealth Rock damage. It's all about Shadow Sneak right here. Don't underestimate the damage that can do. The damage is lowered a little bit because it's about having it, giving it priority and all that. But it can make a Pokemon faint, and that's why I insisted on it with Spiritomb. We still won. I could have seen a loss happening right there. But no, I should have gone for the curse in the first place. You gotta remember, King's Shield with Spiritomb, that's a common thing right there. Good win right there. With the Scarlet and Violet music, we brought that energy from Violet. Violet energy, Violet violence. Good stuff. We must be so close to that badge for wins with Spiritomb. Surely we are. Let's just keep going. We are now in Legend CA. Well, not quite yet. Ah, you need membership for this, yeah. Right, I forgot they put this behind a paywall. Would be nice to hear this. But I am not gonna purchase a bloody membership here. Are you kidding me? Not anytime soon anyway. Okay, Battle Arena music. Let's make it be that specifically. That's gonna suck because, yeah, if they add other teams, I can see them being behind the membership paywall. What I'm hoping is that the Legend CA music eventually becomes available for everybody. And it's just a temporary thing, you know, to have be behind a membership. If I were way more into competitive, it would be something to consider. Because then, yes, I would love to have all sorts of teams. If you get membership, you get 1,000 box spaces. So, yeah, bring in the recruiting, bring in the monotype teams for all 18 types, bring in all the starter teams, all sorts of things. You want to have literally every Pokemon in this game that's available right now, if you do that. Seriously. And you can do it through transferring from other games, so you don't need to spend gacha currency. Here though, Starmie has an argument, a very strong argument. Meganium may fare decently too. Who is our third? I think it's Incineroar. Okay. There's a lot of super effective damage Starmie can inflict here against some of those Pokemon. If it hits it, some of them may move first, you never know. But yeah, some of those Dragon types, they'll take some ice damage. Espatra is who starts. My dear Ishizu over in Violet, I haven't forgotten. Well, it's down to a Surf. Nothing else to it. I think they're gonna set something up. They might do a Calm Mind or something. Substitute. Not the setup I was thinking about, but okay. So this is the champion's music. Yeah. I could easily hear this in a Pokemon game in itself. Oh, see, you know what would be fun as well? If Smash Bros. 6 happens. Hearing the champion's music in Smash Bros. This may be decent for Smash Brothers. Maybe a bit faster pace would help, but no, this would work in a Smash Brothers fight, wouldn't it? Now with the Switch 2, now the question is there another Smash Brothers coming? Because there's no guarantee they're always gonna be doing those. No. Masahiro Sakurai-san needs to rest if he wants to. One day he may go on without him, I don't know, but. How do you follow up Ultimate? Mostly you know that it's not going to have... you follow up you follow up either way knowing you're not going to do what Ultimate did and include every single fighter before. So how do you make up for that, so to speak, right? It could be a solid game, of course, but there is like... I'm still surprised they pulled off Ultimate as they did. Oh yeah, how old is Ultimate gonna be? It's over 7 years old now. Gonna be 8 years old at the end of this year or so. Are we going to start going into a Nintendo Direct wondering if they're gonna do another Smash reveal? What's with the substitute insistence on this Espatra? What's going on here? What was that about? Anyway. Yeah. It's like I gave it an encore. Almost. We need to consider encore taunt setups. Substitutes for that matter. As I said before, and I say it again, still, I haven't seen that many substitute setups. It doesn't seem to be very top of the meta right now, or what have you. I like this part of the song. And this is a nice song too. Oh yeah, and I want to hear the battle chord music, so we will play that. And then after that it's back to random music. There's Mega Charizard. It's X, so Surf is neutralized. If it's gonna be neutral, we want to hit Psychic instead to see if we can reduce his special defenses. So okay, let's do Surf again. That's a lot of power points we used on Surf on this battle so far. Shadow Claw, super effective. I was expecting a Solar Beam. No, you want to do that with Mega Charizard Y, because Mega Charizard Y is the one that gives sunny day conditions. Now we're in trouble though, because I don't know if I have any good damage here. Yeah, Meganium wouldn't have super effective damage. Well, let's be a faker. Faker? You can't get away this time! There's only one real Sonic! There's no time to play games. Not bad for an imposter. Do you know who I am? No time to play with the likes of you. Scale Shot. It can hit up to 5 times, right? Okay, we got lucky with that. Nah, if I ever give this move to someone, I think I want to try Loaded Dice. Even at the expense of other things. Like, it's just fun to think of a Pokemon with that setup, you know? You do something with Loaded Dice, you want to ensure at least 3 of the 4 moves are the kind of moves that, you know, benefit from that. Not 2, not 1, certainly not 1. No. At least 3 of them. 3. Darkest Lariat again. The Darkest Lariat. The darkest of all Lariats. Yes. Speaking of Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh, dark the darkness that doses until dusk. Will there ever be a week in which Khaiden doesn't make a Shadow the Hedgehog reference in some way or another? And I mean the character, not the game. So just doing the faker scene from Sonic Adventure 2 is a reference. I need to get back to Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Somebody perfected, or almost perfected, a great mod with David Humphrey's shadow voice. There's also a great one with Jason Griffith's shadow voice. Sometimes I can't choose between the two. Though I lean towards David Humphrey a bit more, but they're both a lot of fun. Nothing against Kirk Thornton's performance. I'm just more attached to those other two. And I mean, then there's the... I forget the name right now. I remember the name before, but I forget the name right now of Shadow the Hedgehog's voice actor in Japanese, who also did Ryutaro's in Kamen Rider Den-O, if I'm not mistaken. Kotai wa kitenai! Oh yeah, Den-O's 20th anniversary next year. Looking forward to that. In the meantime, Momotaro's voice actor is in Gavan Infinity right now. Not as a voiced character. I mean, that's the voice obviously, but like, no, as a live character right there. Alright, this may go either way. They might have some super effective flying damage against my Meganium. Of course, Dazzling Gleam is what we gotta do here. Let's go for it. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. Many mods must have been perfected by now. I think I checked on Steam the other day, and the last time I played it was January. Doesn't feel like it, but... yeah, so much has come out. Mega Man, II, Super Monkey Ball stuff, I think. Angry Birds, for that matter. Okay, Flamethrower makes sense. Personally, I would go for like a Hurricane or something on Dragonite. My Dragonite has that. That was close, but nice win right there. We evened the record. 16 battles so far, 8-8. That's a nice even record right there, I'll take it. That was a very close one. I think... oh, and we made it to Ultra at last. We did make it to Ultra. 1000 VP and box spaces. I was gonna quit battling either way. Yeah, we have a cutscene. We have a cutscene, I think. Maybe my balls are not that great. My balls are Ultra now. Well, one of them. My one ball is bigger than the other. One of my 2 balls is bigger than the other. There you go. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. I see you've been doing some wonderful work out there, Khaiden. Caraway, nice timing. Khaiden's reached another big milestone. So I hear. Congratulations on reaching the Ultra Ball tier, Khaiden. Please allow me to confer upon you this Ultra Special title. Ultra Trainer, let's go. That's what I was after! The 5 extra spaces! Please give them to me. I'm begging for scraps here. Please, sir, may I have some more? Even Caraway is personally acknowledging your efforts. Guess that means you're knocking it out of the park, eh, Khaiden? So I should warn you, your climb up the ranks will only grow more challenging from here. You'll face formidable opponents, no doubt. Right, you'll have to be tougher than ever before if you want to go on raking in the victories. You'll need to keep working on your strategies too. I'm sure that Khaiden is more than up to the task. On that note, I shall take my leave. I'll stop by again in the happy event that you progress to the Master Ball tier. Roger, you can count on it. Oh, that Mimikyu in the background. I saw that. Ultra Trainer, let's go. Oh, we obtained 30 titles with that too. Nice. What a great milestone. You know, I was going to go for a double battle one way or another after this and end the single battles there. Good point in which to do it. We don't need to experience an Ultra Ball battle. Exactly. Just so I can get demoted again and... Nah. Nice that we made it to Ultra. Nice that we made it to Ultra. Title Tycoon. How close are we to those other achievements though? 2 more wins with Starmie for the batch. Spiritomb. 4 more wins with Spiritomb. Well, Bolti guys. Let's check out Bolti guys here. Yeah, many more with Bolti guys still. Palafin? How is Palafin doing? Yeah, it's still more with Palafin. We'll get to that eventually, I guess. I need to get Armor Rouge and Zero Ledge both in here. Then... Sin's chest right here. We're gonna go and recruit right now, thanks to that extra box space. We need to get something with Mimikyu here. I insisted that I was gonna train a Mimikyu in Legend CA, I think. Could be done in Violet as well, but easier for me in Legend CA. Easier to get the items needed. The reset and all that. Let's recruit then. We're still gonna do a double battle after this. At least one. Maybe more. So yeah. 20. Why is it different sometimes? Also, why did the no cost lineup reset again? I don't get it. Anyway, do I want to use an affinity ticket? Nah. There's no need for it. I feel like I'll have a really good reason to want to use that ghost ticket. Again, I can get Sin's Chaff from Violet. Since I don't have Legends Arceus though, when I see any Hisuian Pokemon, I'm like, okay, I should probably permanently recruit that one. Thus, I permanently recruit a Hisuian Typhlosion. Clefable, let's see. Moonblast, Mystical Fire, follow me, Mr. Terrain. What does Mr. Terrain do again? I gotta see what that does. I'm not gonna check it right now though. Torkoal. Eruption, Inferno, Burning Jealousy, Solar Beam. Very solid. Ability Shell Armor though. I think you can have Drought as an ability, so you'd benefit from Solar Beam more in that situation. Bear Tick. Maybe I want Chestnut. Alexam. Heracross though. What is harder to find in the games I have? Legend CA, Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, Violet. I should prioritize whatever that is. Or I don't recruit anybody here. It's true that I have more box spaces, but it's still a very limited amount of them. Tell you what, I don't know. Body Press, Poison Jab, Knockoff, Low Kick. Not a single grass move on this one. I don't like it. Close Combat, Lunge, Pounce, Giga Impact. Has a lot of potential. And then Psychic, Taunt, Recover, Shadow Ball. You know what? This Alakazam looks very decent. It's very good to me. We're gonna keep doing gacha 1 or 2 more times. Or more, maybe? Oh, wait. Could it be that something special came here? Was it me, or did it shake the bush a little bit longer in that last silhouette there? Well, Hisui and Decidui is here. I think I want to get that one. Remember what I just said? You could possibly get shinies in here too. If we ever get a shiny, we gotta prioritize that, of course. Yeah, Frost Rotom. Fridge Rotom, as I call it too. A Skeleton Dirge looks tempting, but I can easily get one in Violet. So, Hisui and Decidui. Yes, I would definitely change these movesets though. Tell you what, let's do a permanent recruitment then. Also, if I change the move some other time, let's keep doing gacha. Let's keep doing gacha. Gacha, 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 gacha. Gacha! Gacha do. Come in like that, gacha do. Gacha! Tanoshii dueri datta zen. As Yuki Judai in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX would say. Chandelier, though, I may want to get that Chandelier. You know, maybe I should prioritize Basque Legion because of what I just said about Legends Arceus, right? What about that Volcarona, though? Come to think of it, I don't think I saw Volcarona in any of those games I mentioned. Was it in Scarlet and Violet? This is a very solid set also, all things considered. Fiery Dance, U-Turn, Morning Sun, Flame Charge. Okay. Shadow Ball, Endeavor, Water Ball, Substitute. I'll take a trial Volcarona. Right there. Let's make this be the last one, no matter how it goes. I was hallucinating or something. No, it's not one of those where it's gonna have like a special message for more gacha or something. See, now I'm gonna get both Decidueyes here. I could also get this from Violet and maybe even Legend CA. I can't remember if these starters are there. I think they're not. No, the Alola starters are not in Legend CA, but they're there in Scarlet and Violet. Every single starter Pokemon, their entire evolutionary line, except Hisuian versions, is there in Scarlet and Violet. So, yeah. I'm still surprised they gave you the Gen 8 starters in that. Even the Gen 4 starters, arguably, because of BDSP, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I don't know. Or the Mimikyu here. But as I said, I'm okay training it outside of this. Talonflame. Spirit Shackle, Synthesis, Leaf Blade, Feather Dance. Arcanine, Garchomp, Earthquake, Dragon Tail, Swords Dance, Facade. You know what? I'm gonna get this Garchomp. There's potential here. Trial recruitment will do. No, just there's so many Pokemon I want to add to the game here, so like we'll need to release a few of these still. That's why you don't want to go too hard with recruit. Oh yeah, Decidueye is the poster Pokemon for that. I forgot. Alright. Double battle. My ball remains too great for that one, but let's ensure we change the team. We got a Alolan Raichu with a different move. We want to make sure it's the gym court music specifically. It's almost like it's a casual battle. In a way, every battle I do is casual here. I'm hardcore casual or I'm casually hardcore. I'm both, perhaps. Let's try. Let's try. I think we don't start with Starmie. We start with Incineroar. Incineroar and Trunks here, Gallade, perhaps? I see a lot of dark typing there that makes me want to do that. Or a good old Rotom for setting up defenses. Then Gallade, then... Yes, I think we want to try Alolan Raichu. My Mega Starmie does not show up, I think. Maybe it should. Perhaps instead of Trunks. I'll try that. Or will I? Chotto mate. No. Trunks is still the best choice here. Instead of Gemini. Starmie there. That's just the way we're gonna try it. This is the way we're gonna try it. Let's see how that feels. Not having my top 2 favorites right there, Starmie and Spiritomb. Now I am allowing more. You see? So this is gym core music. Okay, yes, I guess it is. Hydreigon and Incineroar. Rotom and Incineroar. Alright. The 2 Incineroars right in front of each other. That's perfect. Yeah, my Incineroar doesn't have Intimidate. What do I have with my Incineroar? I'm starting to think Intimidate might be a good idea. We should have Intimidate instead of Blaze then. Wait, what did Blaze do again? Okay. Anyway, it's definitely time for Fake Out. Who should do Fake Out? Who should get Fake Out, I mean? We should do Reflect here, I think. Quick Claw, okay. Especially if their Incineroar also does a Fake Out. It may be good to do this. Clap in your cheeks, Hydreigon. Let's go. Ah, there it is. There it is. Thank goodness mine hit first. Let's go. Alright, that's the turn right there. Hydreigon will not move. Great Incineroars think alike, huh? Alright. Let's do close combat. It's only right that it's Incineroar versus Incineroar, but... do we want to set up the light screen? Let's just be defensive, maybe? No, wait. Yeah, let's do close combat on the Incineroar here then, and light screen. It's because I was thinking of doing Thunderbolt on Incineroar. We're not gonna do it against Hydreigon. Oh, thank goodness Focus Blast didn't hit. I hate that move to an extent, though. It's called Focus Blast, but... Are you really focusing when he can miss? Sometimes the accuracy just feels so bad, right? I guess it means you gotta really focus on it. That's why the accuracy is there. And then there's Focus Punch, which is even worse, but that's another story. Focus Punch, basically you gotta charge it. But if the Pokemon that's charging the move gets hit while it's charging it, well, it's gonna be bad for that Pokemon. They won't be able to hit the move anymore, pretty much. Alright, let's see if we can hit that Incineroar with a nice Sanda Borto. Thunderbolt. And close combat on Hydreigon now. We're not doing good damage here. It's not working out that well, actually. But setting up the Reflect and Light Screen defenses hopefully helps. Yeah, see, it helps against that Focus Blast if it hits. Thank goodness it missed again. Sanda Borto! Maybe I should have focused all my moves on the Incineroar there. Good damage against Hydreigon at least. Decent enough. But the Darkest Lariat on Rotom will make it faint here. Very well then. We set up some good defenses. Did some good damage here. It's time for Trunks here. Sacred Sword is indeed what I'm thinking of. Then let's have it be Incineroar versus Incineroar and Sacred Sword on Hydreigon. Alolan Raichu would not have been the right answer here, that's for sure. Depends on who's faster. Otherwise, I have ultra effective damage against Hydreigon with a fairy move. Sometimes I think of Raichu, Alolan Raichu as a fairy type for some reason. Psychic Fairy. No, sorry, Electric Fairy. But no, it's Psychic. And I love Psychic more than I love Fairy. Mostly. So it's funny that I think that. Maybe I'm thinking of Mimikyu, which is also in Gen 7? I don't know. See, even if I get a Mimikyu here, what team is gonna get it exactly? I wonder. I guess I should change my teams in some way here and there. See, now Raichu would be a good idea. Attack further being reduced is not good. It's a good idea to switch out for this reason too. That Hydreigon will... Oh, jeez. That's a very persistent Incineroar. Parting shot. Let's part ways. Let's part ways. Okay. Interesting. It's quite a bit of switching out. Maybe even my Incineroar should switch out. No, wait, I can't do that. I only have 3 Pokemon, right? Gallade should switch out, I think. Depends on who's coming here. We want some nice electric damage on Gyarados, though it's probably going to Mega Evolve, so... That's that. Perhaps we try close combat on Hydreigon. Because, yeah, we don't want to keep... switching out Incineroar may have some merit, but... No, yeah. Gyarados may also hit with a flying move, whether it Mega Evolves or not. And Trunks, Gallade, will not fare well against that. Let's see how the record remains after this. This could go either way. Any battles where we gotta like be switching out in some way or another are always gonna be tricky ones. See, it's too bad it's not actually a fairy type like I think sometimes, otherwise that Draco Meteor would have been very wasted. Oh yeah, I should have expected Incineroar to be the one that gets hit. Right. Let's have Sacred Sword if we can against Hydreigon right there. I noticed Mega Gyarados did not arrive here. Very well then. It would have stab damage with a flying move. Reflect wore off, that's not good against that Gyarados. I don't think we're winning this. Yeah, their switching and switching out game was actually very solid. I could try Shadow Sneak. But no, I don't think that's what we should do. It's definitely time for a Thunderbolt against Gyarados right there. Some very nice, extremely effective damage against Hydreigon too. But of course, we're not gonna do that. We gotta try to hit that electric move on Gyarados, who's protecting. Let's see if Sacred Sword goes through against Hydreigon. Thank goodness that was avoided, though it's a bit nerfed now. Okay. I don't expect their Incineroar will come back here. Maybe. No Thunderbolt call out right now. At least we benefit further from the leftovers thanks to that. So does their Gyarados, but one Thunderbolt may finish the job right there. Light Screens and Reflex are completely off now, though. We're on the final part of this battle. Great battle. Incineroar is back. I expect a Fake Out. The best one to use Fake Out against is a Lowland Raichu. I don't think we'll be hitting that, I don't think... Oh, wait. Shadow Sneak. Which one takes priority between Shadow Sneak and Fake Out? I wonder. Ooh. I forgot he had 1% HP left. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. What gets priority? I actually don't know how it works when, like... I think it maybe takes their speeds into account. Yeah, that's too bad. Fake Out took priority, or Incineroar had higher speed. Yes, I think we won't get to hit electric damage on that Gyarados. Of course, Thunderbolt was the way to go right there. Oh, I did not expect Waterfall on Gallade on Trunks. Now is a really good time to try a flying move. Bounce seems to be a very common one with Gyarados. Can Gyarados use Fly? It can probably use that. Why would you want to use Bounce instead of Fly or the other way around, right? What exactly is the difference between them? I expect it's going to be Mega Kangaskhan too. What else is there to do but to attempt a Sacred Sword right here and then Thunderbolt on Gyarados? I think Bounce has the possibility to paralyze the enemy, right? The opponent. And Fly, on the other hand, doesn't have that, but it has more damage, I think. Let's check that out, maybe while we wait for the opponent, or never mind. Oh no, yeah, well let's see. Fly. I can fly, you can fly, we can fly. Moto, skill my heart. Oh wow, I didn't realize. Fly has 95% accuracy. I never realized it was beneath 100% accuracy right there. Okay. Then Bounce. Bounce's accuracy is 85%. Why is the accuracies... Why are those accuracies lowered for them? Like, you already have the caveat, which can be a benefit too, of, you know, not being able to do something for one turn. But then on top of that, you give it that lower accuracy. Why are they so, like, extra nerfed and stuff? You know? Why are they like that? Yeah, sorry, I got a multitasking here. Oh, yeah. Didn't mean to exit the screen there. No, 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 that's not what I meant to do. We are not recruiting anymore. Now, already we only have very few spaces left. We can count the amount of spaces we have in the box left with one hand. Which sucks, but yeah. The game wants you to pay. The game wants you to pay. Because there's the starter pack, which does give you some permanent box spaces. It looks tempting, I gotta admit. But if I'm not getting a lot of bang for my buck, and that's free buck because I haven't spent any money on this game, you know, if I'm feeling like the approach I take, the more non-meta focused approach I take is not paying off that well, then no, I don't care. I shouldn't pay for it. I should save that kind of money for a single player game. That's also multiplayer in many aspects, but also, you know, the DLC for it, right? Yeah, because if I get something like Pokemon Shield, for example, I'll still need to buy the DLC. The Crown Tundra, the Olive Armor, not in that order. We saw a preview of that with Urshifu. Yeah, I'm surprised Urshifu showed up. Or sorry, Kuffu showed up right there in Scarlet and Violet. The fact that they yeah, like only a couple games ago. It's interesting. It's like how you didn't have the Sinnoh legendaries. Neither in Legend CA, nor in Scarlet and Violet. Because Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is here on the Switch, right? But then they did have a few Gen 8 ones. Yeah, Spectrier and Glasstrier were there. They weren't there in Legend CA, but they were there in Scarlet and Violet. They are there in Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, anyway. More losses than wins. But we got the Ultra Ball right there. That is where we're calling it right here. Yes, I was hoping to at least have more wins than losses. Or have the record be even. It doesn't matter though. Thank you so much, Tajigen, for joining me on your Sunday dose of Tajigen branded madness right here. Always happy to bring it to you. I'm hoping that this next week, or this week already, however you see the week start, Sunday, Monday, whatever, we have 4 streams, so we get more of this multidimensional mania going on here. And I'm still kind of undecided on what I'm going to stream for some of those days, but there's some new stuff that is meant to still come, that hasn't come yet, that's meant to start. I need to test those 2 games I have in mind, 2-ish games I have in mind, see if they're viable. Or there's something else we can do, because the way I feel about our performance in Champions today, or our results in what happened in Champions today, I feel like we should not keep doing more streams with it, or not that many. 6 streams in total until the next stream, which may come eventually. There may be an event going on, there may be something great going on. I feel like they gotta add more things to the game, so that I feel like I may be able to do more in it right now, right? Mostly it's just ranked right now, and if you only have ranked as the thing, the only thing really that's there to look forward to in the game, or you know, events that run in a ladder in ranked or something like that, then you gotta be with the meta. You gotta play the game you gotta play the way the game wants you to, so to speak. Yeah, let's use that phrasing. So there's limits to what can be done right there. There's limits to what can be done in the game in that way. But alright, it was a solid freaking week, Tajigen. We saw a lot of balls. We saw balls in Eureka, we saw balls in today in Champions. Yes, it turns out one of my balls was not too great as to not be able to become Ultra. We got the Ultra Ball tier in single battles. One double battle that didn't end well, but it almost could have gone either way. Oh, there was a big noise outside. I think there was a plane flying too close to the ground, maybe. I don't know. And we began with the Save the Queen stuff and Blades of Gunhilder, all that. Yeah, FF14 next week. FF14 next week. Let's take a look at something quickly. Let me take a look at something for a moment. We may already begin the 5.3 patch content for Shadowbringers, which will be MSQ. Final Fantasy Friday. It's time for more MSQ like that. What is the name of this patch? Reflections in Crystal. Yeah, we really are moving forward to the point in which... we're really moving into the point in which they're gonna transport themselves back to Eorzea, to Hydaelyn, to the source. More got added to Bosnia. Oh, Castrum. I think the Castrum that they were talking about is added there. The second chapter of that, I guess, is what they're doing. I'll mostly grind a few things out. So yeah, that patch has Reflections in Crystal, 12 MSQ. The second chapter of the Yorha Dark Apocalypse story and raid series. There's a dungeon, though I think that's part of the MSQ right there. The Hero's Gauntlet is called. Yes, it's part of the MSQ. Chronicles of a New Era, the story of Werle Chapter 2. Sleep Now in Sapphire. From Ruby to Sapphire, it makes sense. You would think we're talking about Pokemon when we say that, huh? Anyway, I think there will be Emerald right there. Resistance weapons upgrades. Some other things here. More for each Guardian Restoration, and the Dwarfs for Allied Societies. I think the intent would be to do the stuff with the Dwarfs, and to do the Reflections in Crystals, in Crystal MSQ. Then another stream after that, focusing on the group content with that Alliance raid, that trial. And potentially, just more for Gunhilder. That's a good way to go about it. Yeah. I want to really ensure this next Saturday sees the start of something exciting. Is it still May this Saturday? It is. The last May. The last Saturday of May, 30th of May. As we end the month and we start another, I want it to be the start of something new and exciting. There's a particular game I have in mind. But again, it needs some testing because the potentification of my PC, all that. Like, I want to ensure things can run well. Some funky things have happened here and there. And even then, there's only so much I can test because I probably only tested in the title screen or something like that. Just, yeah, it's going to be a simple matter of testing it that way and just praying for the best, maybe. Otherwise, if that game doesn't work out, we may switch to an alternative that I have on the Switch. That is also a game I look forward to. I don't want to say the game, though. It's not that I want to tease you too badly, but I don't want to say what the game might be, because then we may not end up doing much with it, or anything with it, for that matter. So, that's why I don't want to do it that way. Alright. Let's end it right here, Tajigen. We'll end it with that raid on the Twitch side of things. I think it's fine to end it this way for today. It's been absolutely wonderful this week. Yeah, this week, sometimes I feel like those weeks in which we have the setup as we did, you know, 2 streams of F14 and Pokemon Champions, I feel like, oh yeah, I'm always bringing excitement and all that, right? But like, I could have done more to bring more excitement to your lives here. Let's need to step up the game and all that. But actually, nah, we kicked ass. We kicked ass in all sorts of ways this week. And you were all so great in the chats. And overall, in the community. Yeah, the community is the word. Overall. So thanks so much for joining me and joining the weekend dose of madness that you should always be getting. Make sure to follow me, make sure to subscribe to me and all that good stuff if you haven't done so already. All of those things, right? Alright. Let's end the weekend this way. May you have a lovely rest of your Sunday, if it's still Sunday for you, Tajigen. Either way, otsukaresama deshita. Thanks for watching.